What it do? What it do, fellas? Welcome back to another episode of the JJ Sports Talk. It's your boy Big J, aka the Weekday, aka
Yo, I love you,
Certified
bro.
Lover Boy.
Yo, the camera just caught me a little bit, bro. I miss that intro so much, bro. I love it.
I mean, had a little jingle to it. Had a little jingle to it.
What it do?
Fellas, man, it's been a freaking long ass time, man.
Give me my introduction, damn it.
So so I'm at the left. My boy at the bottom, Ink of Phone. What's going on, my brother?
What's going
Long
on,
time
Big
no see,
J?
man.
How we doing on
Big
this
trust,
Sunday night?
baby. Big trust.
Big
man.
trust. Whoop, whoop. Come on.
No, yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good, man. You know, like I was saying before the show, like this is the first show. Like I think last time I was actually in school, about to graduate, but now I'm graduated, and now I see y'all graduated. Y'all are my Padawans. Now you're Jedi. Now you're Jedi. So
I don't know.
Y'all-
Ant might convince you that I'm a Sith Lord, to be honest with you, but
Yeah, I see you more as like an Emperor Palpatine type of thing, man.
bro,
Oh,
man.
man.
I control behind the scenes, like
I'm
it
like
is
the
what it is.
Obi-Wan to your Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Well, I'm y'all's Bill.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest.
Luke.
You're more like the Chewbacca to like my Yoda, bro.
I'm Chewbacca.
I'm just Harry.
Chew-
yeah.
Chewbacca and
yeah.
Yoda don't even like do anything in the Star Wars universe.
I know. I got nothing.
That comparison makes no sense.
I could have called you like I've never really seen the Star Wars franchises, to be honest.
Why are you talking on this
I've seen-
subject here?
I've seen two of the episodes, 4 and 5, and
Dude,
it ain't it, bro.
those movies are so long. Like pause. They're long, man.
Yo,
Like I saw
chill,
pause.
Yo,
Pause, yeah.
I was just thinking,
Dude, I
bro.
can't say shit without saying pause. Yo, like God, like this is long.
Yo, I'm gonna be 100, bro.
How's your day going? Long, like pause, like
bro. So obviously it's been like a while since we've been here. We're all branched out doing our own things, but I work for All Abilities Live, and we're paired up with NJ Hoop Recruit right now, right? And I've been calling the neighborhood versus neighborhood games down in Newark, New Jersey. Summer basketball league. Like Zay Briscoe from the Big Three was playing in it for a little bit, and some other like professional players and former like D1 players and stuff. Every time I am on a live calling a game, I get hit with like 12 pauses from the chat. I cannot go a game without getting hit with a pause. I'm like, bro, what do you
big
want me
fella goes in
to
the
do?
paint, backs a dude down.
Yo, he's a big
Pause.
body. Pause. Yo, bro. Hey, yo, pause. Like what, bro? Like, oh, he's giving him contact.
Puts
Yo,
it in. Pause.
No, Listen.
time, bro.
I posted on my TikTok. The biggest pause, like when I was on the air, was when I was with my I was on a network on Facebook, like a podcast, and it was an old dude, like maybe in his 40s. He's mad cool. He was like, he was talking about the bubble where the Laker ship, or I'm sorry, not Laker ship, the Laker championship run in the bubble where it was Dwight Howard, I think JaVale McGee or whatever. Like they were like, he was like, man, they were like massaging Joker front to back. I'm like, bro, pause.
Now that's a pause. If I've ever heard a pause.
Everyone on the panel was like,
bro, it's just like, don't get me wrong, bro. Like, it's funny, but like, dude, I'm not going through life. Deal with it. I don't know what to tell you anymore.
You ever see the Charles Barkley inside the NBA where he's talking about like
there's a lot of
he's like, I'm getting banged down low. When a guy's banging you down low, the entire panel just goes, "Come on, man, we're live."
Yeah. I can't, dude. We just
gotta
grow up sometimes.
R.I.P. inside the NBA. That's all I'm gonna say,
bro. What are
aren't they? Is this their last year together? Like this season?
This year.
I'm just gonna be honest, bro. The NBA for the first time, because I normally don't criticize it because they normally do exactly what you want them to do. Probably still the best run league out there in terms of like player strength to management, best commissioner out there, I think, in Adam Silver. But bro, they chose to go with that Amazon route. They absolutely
NBC
at TNT came in and matched, bro. Like Turner was about it. Like, we'll match right now. Like, you can keep us. And they still were like, nah, dude. Without inside the NBA, I feel like there is an NBA, but it's just not the same, bro. I don't know.
And you knew when you saw that panel of Shaq, Ernie, Kenny, Chuck, you knew this was going to be a primetime premier game to watch. Even if it was fucking Kings versus Rockets. No one cares about that, but you'd still watch it because you saw those 4 guys coming on the screen getting ready, you know?
Bro, I felt like I remember before like Shaq was there, like it was still a good show. But when Shaq got like added, took it to a whole new level, you know? So I honestly
Chris Webber was there too for a little bit.
I don't remember that, to be honest.
That was before Shaq.
Yeah. Yes, that is right. Wow, you really just took me all the way back.
And the fact that I think I know Charlie Barkley, Kenny Smith, Shaq, they're all in the NBA, but Ernie Johnson, for a guy to not be an NBA athlete, like to still have that charisma, like.
Well, I'll tell you right now.
But he's a terrific broadcaster. But like, because obviously they hire people who, obviously, if you're a top rated like sports channel or whatever, or like a show, you want to have people who play the game, like color people, like color commentary people who play the game. Like Ernie Johnson, like you have to give him credit because like he's been like like the Stuart Scotts, rest in peace. Like who's the other dude that died? He had the colorful jacket
for ESPN. Kirk Sager.
Oh yeah, like those guys, like they haven't made an impact on the game itself, but they made an impact on like.
Well, they made an impact on the surroundings, the environment of the game. Like I don't know if the game is as big without those people, And it's like I love seeing Ernie on there, like because I feel like when it comes to athletes, sometimes like the guys that they had though, Shaq, Chuck, Kenny. They brought their own flavor to it, but a lot of the times I feel like a lot of like athletes, they kind of are just like cookie cutter with what they're saying, like this and that, like
Jamal Crawford,
kind of, So you getting Ernie out there, it's kind of giving like a regular person, I should say, interpretation of what's going on. Like Ernie's a professional, he knows a lot about it.
He's been around 40 years
for sure, but he wasn't necessarily, he's not bringing a player's perspective, he's bringing an analytical breakdown for you and just, hey, this is what I see. Now granted, I'm not out there, I'm not going to sit there and say that I know the game better than you guys, but I do have a voice, and it was very interesting. It's always going to be interesting. We need people in media like that. I'm not just saying that because I'm trying to be a part of it and what we're doing with the podcast. It's just I think having different perspectives is always crucial to a conversation.
Yeah. And my bad, fellas. I think I've had the first JJL blooper ever. So like this is the first time like I'm in my room for the podcast, like from the King's Den. But
where the magic happens.
Pause. No, it's like no, but it was funny because I'm talking like first of all, can y'all hear me like loud and clear?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. I hear you.
My mic was on the other side of the table and not near me. Now it's here, so my mic is here. My mic was over here. So
Jay, are you sure you're coming through the mic right now?
Do I sound clear?
You sound like you're coming through the computer.
For real? Let me see. Are you serious?
I'm not even. Did you hear any difference when he moved back and forth?
I mean, I hear him. I hear him.
Yeah. I hear him.
Oh, wait. All right. Is it better now?
There we go, Jay.
Oh. We back, baby.
Now I can hear Jay.
But like, still, my microphone was on the other side.
Oh, Jesus.
But yeah. So we haven't even done the introductions yet. But like, Ant, man, how you doing, brother? Like, long time no see, man.
It's been a long time since we've been on the JJL Sports.
We got the goatee going, man.
Listen, this is where we got our start, Maz.
The Jesus hair, man.
I gotta give it up to Big J, bro.
Hey,
the first person, I will never forget it. We were at a RHSN meeting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to make moves, trying to figure out how to get on platforms and stuff. And Big J was talking about how he got this podcast and he looking for people to come on. So before Ant could even said anything, I went up to you and I was like, yo, like, we trying to get on this and that. And you were like, yeah, brother, like, we'll test you out, this and that. Like, boom, we came on. We were on it for a couple of months and stuff. And then you know, and we all ended up kind of going our separate ways while keeping in touch, you know. But hey, we from the bottom of our hearts, brother, we appreciate you because without you, we would have never first opportunity of a platform I was ever given in the podcast world. You know, all the times. And how many people you ever hear be like, yo, I want to start a podcast. I want to do a podcast, this and that. The first person that actually had the podcast and put us on, Jordan John Louis.
JJL.
Yeah, man. I mean, hey, I'm a guy who keeps it 100%. I'll start a podcast. You know, I wanted to, expand my few.
I got a question for you, Jay. When's Keeping a J coming back?
Oh man, I gotta. I know there's some. I mean, that's
some of the funniest moments.
That's the raunchy podcast
I've ever seen in my life.
Actually, I want to have y'all on there because it's kind of like the shoot your shit kind of podcast, talk about anything. So that'd be hella fun. But no, I mean, I gotta get back on that. Pause. I gotta. I gotta get back on the show.
Ban the pause from this show. I'm on a pause strike,
dude.
Bro.
I have so many shows. I had this one, the first one. Then I had the Baltimore Beatdown with Big J. That's the Ravens one. Then I had the 99 to 22nd Street, the Yankees podcast. So I got a lot of.
Jay, I got a question. How do you keep on coming up with the names for podcasts? Because for any podcaster that knows, figuring out the name is the hardest part every single time.
I mean, well, I'm a Ravens fan. Baltimore Beatdown podcast. Baltimore, Charm City, and the Yankees. I mean, we got Juan Soto, so 99th Street to 22nd Street. That's, the two.
If Juan Soto leaves, then you got to kind of search for a new name. That's the only problem.
99 to 13th Street. Jazz Chisholm.
Jazz Chisholm. Talk about Jazz Chisholm, bro. He's
nice, man.
He's a dog, bro. He came to New York. He's starting to figure it out.
How bad do you Miami fans gotta be, bro? Every major talent that has gone on to help a team have success or just put up all-star numbers, they would have the best lineup in baseball if they kept JT Realmuto, right? If they kept Giancarlo Stanton, if they kept
not anymore, Giancarlo.
Yeah, well, sure, but at the time he was an MVP, right? And you know what? We don't know how that necessarily goes. Maybe staying out of Miami, that warm weather helps him out a little more, right? He didn't have injuries like that in Miami.
Not really, but he's a guy that was very muscular, very big, and very stiff.
Warm
so
weather.
Those three things combined together doesn't really age well.
But that warm weather could have got that bend with him. Maybe he doesn't get hurt. I don't know. I'm spitballing ideas, right? But Jazz Chisholm, right? Christian Yelich, right? The names go on and on. I didn't even get into pitching yet,
Right.
You talk about what are you talking about? You got Sandy, who's probably gonna leave soon. Pablo Lopez, who's now in Minnesota. I mean, rest in peace, Jose Fernandez. All that talent that they've had over the years,
and they just can't put it together.
Can't put it together. And Miami has a good fan base. They had Kim N, who's one of the best executives in baseball, and one of the first women executives in all of baseball. She was putting together a promising young team, and then ownership just kind of wanted to blow it up because they weren't winning right away, and they wanted to make money, and they weren't trying to pay all these guys. That's the problem. When you have ownership groups that don't want to invest in their teams, you're stuck with crappy product. And that's what Miami baseball is always going to be until they change something up.
Did they have that one hitter that went to the Padres, right? He was
Arias. Yeah, Luis Arias. Traded him away.
They traded
Pablo Lopez for Luis Arias, and then a year later, he's already gone.
Didn't they have Mike Piazza before Mike Piazza was Mike Piazza?
No, they had him for 7 days.
7 days.
The story was they traded for Mike Piazza from the Dodgers, and he was still him on the Dodgers. Mike Piazza was good on the Dodgers. He was almost he came in second to MVP voting twice with the Dodgers. Was with Miami for 7 days, and then they flipped him to the Mets right away as soon as they got him. So it was right away, Mike Piazza didn't even have a chance to even be a Marlin.
They acquired, developed, so they moved. Oh, my bad. I'm reading it to myself. I'm reading to the crowd. Marlins never can resign the talent they require / develop, so they move and been going on for decades. Yeah, Marlins are,
shout out to fans, Marlins. Bro. They know.
Well, I'm not sure if that's my supporter or is it one of your support. I'm not sure, but thank you
for the sports show. We appreciate you, bro.
Sports show. Thank you, brother.
That's the thing. Miami is always going to be the rest of the league.
Miami
farm system. They develop talent. They have guys who are major league ball players, but by the time they get to that first contract, they are ready to ship them off. They're like the East Coast Oakland A's. It's kind of the reason why I have to say, it's sad because Miami has the chance. They've won 2 World Series in the last 30 years, so they've been able to produce that product. 97, 2003, those 2 teams were built off the backs of their farm system. But now they just got some guys in their facilities that aren't really in depth in how to really run a ball club. And, they brought Jeter in. Remember, Jeter was running the show there as the president of baseball operations for a few years. And Jeter was making some moves. He flipped Stanton. He got Chisholm in there. He was able to get some, low-end prospects for him. And then once they really got, those players, it just didn't seem that they were going to put those things together. Miami's just they're not going to do anything.
I've said it for years. Miami is the greatest farm system in MLB.
I mean, I don't know.
Because they feed all these other teams.
Yeah, I mean but everyone, some Yankees fans are kind of hate Jeter for bringing Stanton because he's always injury prone. He's not really, in the lineup. And now we have this big contract that's on our team, and he's not really, Juan Carlo he's a good, or Giancarlo. I'm sorry, Giancarlo. He's still a good hitter. Still can launch a ball 400 something feet. But name me a time when he in the pinstripes where he had a healthy season. And I get injuries happen. It's sports, but
Stanton's just the issue is he's getting.
I was hyped when we got him. Don't get me wrong, but
he's just had too many injuries over the last couple of seasons, and whenever it seems like he's turned a corner, and when he's been hitting, like especially this season, he had 17 home runs before the break, and he was hitting for power. He was still able to sort of hit for singles and doubles, but the issue is once he got 70, 80 games in. That's when the wheels kind of fell off and he wasn't the same player anymore. He got hurt again. Giancarlo Stanton is a great baseball player. He's borderline Hall of Fame. If he has, 3 or 4 more quality seasons, he has a chance to make it to Cooperstown. But the problem is that he can never stay healthy, and the Yankees are paying him $36 million to just be a guy on the bench. And that's not what they need right now. They're in the middle of a title push, and they can't have those type of guys on the roster.
Mm-hmm. Well, before we get into I got to introduce Mav, man. I know, how you been, man?
I've been chilling, Jay. Obviously,
how that ass woman in NCAA treat you, man?
It's been good ever since you beat me in that first game. But see me without Alabama, my boy. That's all I'm saying. But, I've just been getting things going.
I'm a Road to Glory guy.
I just won the Natty with Michigan.
Oh, really?
As a halfback.
Halfback? Not as impressive. Not as impressive. Anybody can do as a halfback.
Doing what?
Win a Natty.
I won the Heisman too.
Yeah, anybody can do as a halfback.
As a halfback? You ain't seen it?
It's easy NCAA.
When's the last time you've seen it? When's the last time
you hit the edge, hit those cuts?
When's
the last time you've seen that's the last time a Heisman was
I'm not saying in real life. I'm saying in the game, bro.
Don't hate on me. Don't hate on me. All right. But yeah, bro, co-host of the Madden Bad Show, trying to do my thing, and I'm gonna be plugging a podcast coming soon. Hit me with it.
Take the Turn Baseball Podcast coming your way. First episode tomorrow. Oh, listen.
Is it like baseball centric? Is it Yankees
centric, baby? Baseball
YouTube.
Centric.
Where you broadcast?
I'm gonna be streaming on YouTube, and then we're gonna release the episodes, on YouTube afterwards, and on Spotify and wherever you get your podcasts.
Okay.
Nice, man.
That's what we're talking
Let me know. I can be a guest on your show, man.
Big J, I'll return the favor. You always have me on your podcast whenever.
Hey, man.
I know we did. I have to return the favor.
I know we did that play-by-play, me and you.
Yes,
that Ravens Bengals game. That was terrible. The whole freaking the way we lost that game. But...
Was it the playoff game? The Tyler Huntley sneak?
Yep. Yes, sir. But so let's get into it, man. Though actually, speaking of baseball, so we're all Yankees fans here. So do you? I I'm like, I've been asking my coworkers at work the same question. Like, if you're Steinbrenner, like, are you signing Juan Soto to an extension? Or obviously it's a yes, but like for how long? What are the terms? And do you think he will sign?
$500 million, 10 years. Let's get it.
That's too low.
That's too low? Are you kidding me?
That's too low. That's too low. He's asking for 700. That's the asking price.
All right, bro. Honestly, give him 650 and get it done.
I mean, 650 could potentially get it done. Depends on what the market's going to be looking like in the offseason.
What's happened?
You're going to see teams bid for Soto. I mean, I don't think there's going to be too many that are going to reach that price. Right now, I could see, of course, the Yankees, the Mets, and then maybe I've heard some flounderings that the Nationals might make a play at him again and try to bring him back to Washington. But I think that's a little bit more of a long shot as compared. I personally just think it's going to be the Yankees and the Mets. Those are the two teams that I really see, vying for a guy like Juan Soto. 26
What about the Dodgers?
Old.
What about the Dodgers? The Dodgers?
They got maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. They've gotten the entire major league roster on their team, so I wouldn't. Right. I wouldn't even.
If Juan Soto goes to the Dodgers, I swear to God, I will not watch MLB anymore.
Here's the problem, man. They'll still have all those players, and they'll still lose in the NLDS. It happens
I don't
every
even
year.
care, bro. Like, I want to see the best compete against each other. I don't want to see all the talent hoarded on one team. Like, they already got enough.
Maz, I hate to break it to you. You watch the NBA.
Yeah.
So what's different there? You watch the NBA every night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, name a team that is the equivalent of the Dodgers.
There was the Warriors 7-year stretch there.
Yeah, but they didn't have KD the whole time, and
but you still watched it when KD was there.
I was complaining every minute too.
Yeah, but you were complaining. You said you weren't going to watch it. Two different things.
Yeah, it's just the Dodgers got too much, bro. Too much.
Yeah, I want
Mookie. What's next?
Listen, their pitching is a little bit suspect. They got Jack Flaherty at the deadline, but
for what? 2 more seasons?
I don't know, man. Their pitching is not what it's cracked up to be. They have what's his name on the IL right now, Yamamoto. Yamamoto's on the IL right now.
Yeah, wow.
So he was their best pitcher, and he's a rookie, and he wasn't even top end stuff. So Yamamoto's on the IL. You got Jack Flaherty you brought in. Glasnow's been insane this year. So really, you have a two-man rotation there going into the postseason. I don't like the Dodgers. They always choke every single year. And when you don't have the pitching that you've had in the past, you still have Kershaw, and he's getting up there in age. He might retire at the end of this year. I don't see the Dodgers doing anything this year. I don't see Dodgers even vying for Soto. I mean, they have the chance to, but he's staying in New York.
If I'm the Yankees, that's like I put him in the tier of the Tatis, the Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s, like the generational talent that you don't want to let go.
He's better than both of them, and I love Patty.
No, yeah, I agree, but that generation of those young players that come into the league, he's up there, and obviously he won a championship, and if I'm ownership like Cashman and then Steinbrenner, Hal Steinbrenner, I feel like I'm giving whatever he wants. Like, how Toronto get Kawhi Leonard named, I think, a restaurant after him. I would name a street after Juan Soto. I would give him a street after, for him. I'll do anything, to get him. I'll give him the keys to the city. He is, Juan Soto is one of those guys that, you don't want to let go. And also, when I was at CarMax, another player came in to stop by, Oswaldo Cabrera. He stopped by the job to sell his car.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, mad cool, dude, super cool. I can tell because I walk on the side of him. I saw his neck tattoo. I was like, wow, bro. I was stuttering, but he's a mad cool dude. And I was like, yo. I mean, I know he's not a manager or anything, but I was like, listen, yo, are we keeping more stuff? He was like, yeah, we love him, man. We love him, bro. Yo, if the team loves him, we gotta do something. We gotta sign him, man. We gotta extend him. He had the Yankee swagger. He's already a fan favorite in New York. Had the season, so he's I feel like the ballpark kind of messes well with his power. I mean, if you have Juan Soto and Aaron Judge, if Aaron Judge going first and Juan Soto going next. Wait, what's so funny, y'all?
Yeah,
Nah.
hey, I gotta tell you off camera after the show. This man down there is wild, bro. I can't disclose it on the pod. I can't, but I will tell you after we're off air, bro. He's wild.
Oh man.
Yeah. So anyway, right? Oh, I think Cabrera won. Like, of course, Soto, Judge, like those are the keys right there. Like,
Yeah.
already locked up Judge. Best player in baseball, including Ohtani. I don't even want to hear the debate anymore. Like, this man always on top of stats. One man wrecking crew. You put Soto on there, like that is not only Mr. Consistency, that is Mr. Extra Efficiency consistency.
Exactly.
Okay, so locking that up, that's a key. But talking about Cabrera, I think Cabrera playing every day, getting him reps, I think that's a guy that it's a contract friendly player, right?
Yeah,
that absolutely makes an impact. And I think the more he's out on the field, the better the Yankees will do. Hey, I want to pose a question to you too. If this might be impossible, especially because they're trying to get Soto paid, right? But if they can lock up Soto, I also see Vladdy is on a 1-year contract. Is that a move you see the Yankees going after?
No, I mean they got Jazz, so I think their temporary bat that they're going to hire for a few years. It was either going to be Vladdy or it was going to be Jazz, and they went after Jazz and got him. So I think Vladdy's completely off the table for now. But I do see your point in how Soto really affects Judge. I mean, you saw Judge really in 2022. Judge in 2022, the second best hitter on the Yankees that year was Stanton, who missed a considerable amount of time like he always does. And then you also had Gleyber Torres, who was, spurting here and there. But right now, you have Soto right in front of him, who gets on base almost 40% of the times he's up. So they can't pitch around Aaron Judge. They have to pitch to him. So he's seeing way more pitches than he's ever had in the last 5 to 6 years. And that's why you're seeing him have these crazy numbers. He homered 2 times in the last couple of days. He's continuing to just drive in runs at an accelerant rate. And then on top of that, he's walking more than he's ever had. Right now, his OPS is 1,100. And that's over the course of over 100 games. That's Barry Bonds stuff. Barry Bonds stuff. Okay, guys? That's all I'm going to say. They're treating him like Barry Bonds. We haven't seen a hitter like this since Barry Bonds. And you pair up a guy like Juan Soto, it makes him even better.
I mean, if you pitch inside, he'll smack it for a home run. If you pitch it, like he's gonna find a way to hit it, like Aaron Judge. And then Soto, I mean, that's like back to back. Like if like you can do either or, like Judge third or Soto fourth or flip flop. I mean, they're still gonna get a home run. And like
the best part about all of it is that Soto can, get his own, bring himself in, right? And at the very least, there's somebody on base for Judge to get it, because the Yankees were the kings last year, and it feels like every other year of let's crack some home runs, but it's a 1-run shot every single damn time. And now I think that's starting to change a little bit. It's not still maybe entirely where you want it to be, but I think it's on that path.
Yeah, and I think the only glaring hole in like the team right now is like second base, because Torres is, I mean, I don't really trust his defense. He's a liability on defense. Like
he's a liability everywhere. You don't have to sugarcoat
it. And then LeMahieu,
fielding, hitting, base running, he can't do any of it.
And then LeMahieu, I mean, I don't know, like
Father Time.
What for LeMahieu?
Hey, he just had a walk off today, guys.
Well, yeah, but like,
even defense, a broken clock is right, 2 times a day, my friend.
He drove in all 6 runs in that last Phillies game.
Sure,
he's starting to put some things together. So this is a professional hitter who's won 2 batting titles. Yeah. I was the one saying he was old and starting to get washed up a few weeks ago.
How long is it gonna last, do you think? Has he turned it for the season? Is this going to carry on?
But
is this
I
just
think
a 3-week
he's starting
thing?
to settle into this role of being this utility bat for the Yankees, where he could start every couple of days. You have Jazz Chisholm be your everyday third baseman, and then you have LeMahieu swap in maybe when Jazz needs a day off or Gleyber needs a day off, and then have him be like that. Because I think when he's not playing every day, he's tiring himself out. that's when you're starting to see him not hit as well. He's not an everyday player anymore. He's 36, and he doesn't have his legs under him anymore. Let him be this utility guy that plays every couple of days, and that should be his role. And I think he's really starting to settle into that and be that kind of hitter for the Yankees.
So with the recent acquisitions, right, of Jazz and trying to shift things up, right? I know they're tied with the Orioles right now, and you being Mr. Baseball. First off, are the Yanks going to be able to overtake them and put some distance between them? 2, come that pennant race, what are the odds the Yankees have, and are you confident in them?
Well, they absolutely can win the division. Right now, it's completely up for grabs. There's 2 months of baseball still left, so anything can happen at this point in time. The Orioles can make some distance. The Yankees can make some distance. But right now, the Yankees have a lighter schedule in the next couple of weeks. I mean, you talk about the Angels coming to town, and then I think they play the Rangers, who are under 500, the reigning World Series champs. And then they go to Chicago to take on the last place, the White Sox, who are on a 20-game losing streak. So it's like they have a pretty easy schedule coming up. The Yankees, in this stretch that they're playing, they have, 12 games coming up. They need to go at least 10-2 in this stretch. Build some distance, get some wins, stay hot, keep the bats moving. The pitching is where they need to really improve because right now the starters aren't going where you need them to go. 5 1/3 is usually where it's been at. Garrett Cole's been giving up too many homers. Carlos Rodon, third time through the order, starts to slug a little bit. And then same thing with Stroman. Stroman completely imploded on Friday night against the Blue Jays. So these guys need to start to put together some quality starts every couple of days if they really want to stay, competitive and winning games in this AL East pennant race. And then in terms of the playoffs, right now the American League is completely up for grabs, in my opinion. There is not one team in the American League right now that I am completely convinced can go all the way and win things. I mean, right now the Phillies in the National League, even though they're playing their worst baseball these last couple of weeks, I'm still pretty confident that they can put together a postseason run and make a way to the World Series. But right now in the American League, I don't see anybody really impressing me. The Yankees have gone through their lulls the last couple of months, but they're starting to get hot again. Baltimore's been sputtering these last couple of weeks. They've been playing 500 ball over the last 3 weeks. And then you have the Guardians who, they've been probably the most consistent team in the American League all season, but they don't have the experience level, I think, to really put together a long postseason run. And in past years, we've seen the Guardians not even make it to the ALCS. So it's like I don't want to put that much faith in them. And of course, you have the Astros, who are starting to really pick up steam in the AL West since the Mariners don't know what they're doing when it comes to swinging the bat. So the American League's up for grabs. The Yankees could absolutely make a run to the World Series this year. They just need to play good in the postseason. They need to hit the ball, actually. They got to play for contact and not for home runs and quit striking out 40% of the time. That's what they do in the postseason all the time. So those are the ingredients. The Yankees have what it takes to make it to the World Series this year. It's all about playing their brand of baseball and not getting sucked into whatever the other team wants them to do.
Yeah, I mean, I think our only flaw really is just like Ant said, the pitching. I mean, it worries me. I mean, I know Rodon kind of picking it up. Garrett Cole, I know he was injured, but he's coming back, kind of finding his way. Nasty Nestor, man, like he is not nasty no more, man. Like he gives up a lot of hits, like earned runs. Like it's not. And then the bullpen, it's like, say we're in a playoff game against the Astros, right? And like this year, and like it's a close game. I mean, I can go around the panel and ask, like, how comfortable do y'all feel if it's a close game? We're down 1, maybe 2 runs. No, we're actually up 2 runs. Then a relief pitcher comes in. How do you guys feel comfortable with our relief pitching, like our bullpen right now? Clay Holmes is not really.
He's blown a lot of saves lately.
That's why, like, I love that Chisholm trade pickup. Like, I love that move. But like, what really have we done to improve the team?
They got Mark Leiter Jr. Who
he's nice.
Today, if you were watching the game today, he pitched an inning a third, had 3 strikeouts, so he struck out 3 of the 4 guys he faced. So he's got some good stuff in his arsenal, and his ERA was at 4 coming into today, which I think is a little deceptive because his FIP and WHIP numbers were through the roof. So it's just a matter of having a few bad outings that kind of caused his ERA to really be skyrocketed. I think he has closer stuff. And over this next month, I think the Yankees should utilize him a lot in this 8th inning role. And if he continues to impress and Clay Holmes continues to not play well, gotta swap those things around because postseason baseball, you don't matter about feelings. Don't worry about feelings when it comes to postseason baseball. You leave your ego at the door. If the manager tells you you're not pitching in the 9th inning, you're not pitching in the 9th inning. You're trying to win a World Series.
Yeah, how do y'all feel like how do y'all feel I'm not sure if this is a true like video I saw, but like I saw Aaron Boone tell Torres he's benched. And how do y'all feel about that? Like he was like, oh, like he was because Gleyber, he's just having like a rough year.
I finally got a little bit of respect for Aaron Boone. He's a player coddler. He's a player. He's the guy they call him a player's manager. He always tries to cater to the players' needs and their feelings and on everything, which I think is okay. I think it's a manager needs to do that at times, but there needs to be times where you guys put your foot down and say like, listen, that's not the way you play the game. And Gleyber Torres in that game on Friday night hit a ball to the wall where he roped, but he was admiring it, not running out of the box right away. And he could have easily had a double on that swing, but chose to look and admire, and he got stuck with a single. And then he couldn't score from first to home on a play in the gap by Volpe. And that cost the Yankees a run. I mean, it didn't affect the outcome of the game, but that's one run right there you could have had. And that could have built a little bit of momentum moving forward. They could have had a 1-0 lead right away. And that just goes to show you that in those type of moments, Gleyber kind of loses the maturity bug a little bit. And then he made another play at second base that he couldn't really hold on to. And for Aaron Boone, all right, man, like you haven't really been showing me anything this year. You're a 600 OPS hitter in a contract year, and you're trying to be a long-term second baseman for the New York Yankees. And right now, you're just not showing us the qualities that we need to see from you. So hit the bench.
Yeah.
I think that's the right move, though, right? Because they're trying to reset the standards of Yankee baseball, especially like you're Gleyber, like, dog, you're not hitting home runs. What are you admiring? Like, you acted like you just blasted that thing 560 feet. It hit the wall, my brother. You didn't even make it to second, for crying out loud. Like, bro, hit and run as fast as possible. You need to get just something going, some momentum back, right? You're a guy who Yankees fans, the organization for years, this could be a staple in the lineup. We want you to be a staple in the lineup. And it's just year after year of, quite honestly, middle of the pack play. He's not elite at really anything. He's never really been elite at anything, So it's like, dude, the time is now where you have to start, not just Gleyber, everybody, you got to put them on notice. We have 2 generational talents. We just brought in the biggest name from another franchise, right, in terms of hitting with Jazz. It is time that we start getting back to not just winning 100 games, not just, making the playoffs, not just winning the division, pennants. It's been about World Series year in and year out for the Yankees. They've been on the hunt for 28 since 2009.
15 years now. 15 years.
Yeah. Man, I mean, and you are definitely right. I mean, when the Yankees, if you're a sports fan, and there's only a few teams that can come out of our mouths as far as championships. Lakers, Yankees, like you said, 27. You can say your Cowboys. I mean, we can get into that later on with the NFL. Cowboys. I mean, I'm talking about staple teams.
I think. Are you talking about like in terms of like anything like the standard is like, championship or it's a failed year?
Yeah, exactly. Like we are not a goddamn playoff team. I mean, playoff team as far as pause. We are a playoff team, but we are not. The staple is not a playoff.
We're the Dallas Cowboys. That's what we are.
What I meant was like we are a World Series type of, not just a playoff world a wild card team. You know what I'm saying? Like our staple is championships, brick or bust. Now, like to your point, Matt, you said we have the championships at 27. So we have to get championships, but I think the only the issue that is the management. I've heard that if we had Steinbrenner Sr. say if he was still alive today in this modern day MLB era, he would not be afraid to go after Bryce Harper. He wouldn't be afraid to go after any type of top tier player. Like, I get it. Players want to, have a say where they want to go, family reasons, close to family. I get that, but like, I mean, Steinbrenner is
back on you right
Cashman. Now. Yeah, go ahead. Come on. Please.
Here's my thing, right?
Please.
They've built up Aaron Judge, right?
I'm saying people
that happened. That happened under this current management.
Yes,
Aaron Judge became a star. They identified it. They brought him up. They went.
They did. This is it. You're right.
They also went out and acquired recently Jazz Chisholm, right? That's a big move.
Here's the thing, Maz.
They went out and got Juan Soto. What more do we want out of management? I think it's players.
Here's my issue. My issue is like Aaron Judge is phenomenal. He will go down as one of the probably close to one. I mean, obviously, it's like Barry Bonds, but he probably want to go down as one of the greatest players of all time. Aaron Judge, no doubt. Juan Soto is going to be right behind him, and he's young. He's still young. My only issue is I'm just tired of my teams that I support having this top tier talent and not going to the goddamn World Series. I mean, I'm tired of saying Aaron Judge. Oh, it's like the whole stereo of Lamar Jackson. And here we go. I brought him up.
Thing, though, right?
A fantastic player in the season, but when it comes to the MLB or to the playoffs, we don't do good.
We'll get to that, right? I'm sure we will. But here's my thing, though, right? Garrett Cole.
Right.
Soto.
Yes.
Jazz. Let's not act like they're not trying to acquire the very best that they can. Right. Have they missed out on some names? Sure. They went in other directions, but I can't necessarily blame management. I think I can blame managing. I can blame coaching. I can blame players' performance. Right. And I can also blame roster construction on management, but I'm not faulting them for not going for big names.
Listen, you can go fault.
We had Yamamoto. Sorry. Like, how the hell does Yamamoto go to the Dodgers and not us?
We knew that was happening.
Honestly,
close to Japan,
Jordan,
close to home. Otani's there. Like, and here's the thing about Yamamoto.
We got bailed out, Jay.
We didn't even know. I told Ant, right? We don't even know what this guy is. They're ready to give $300 million plus to this guy who hasn't even played one inning in MLB. I'm not saying
he's had some electric starts, but now the injury concerns are starting to come in. And he's been a little back and forth.
Let's not act like he's Randy Johnson in his prime, with all due respect. This isn't going down as like everybody was saying, this is the greatest pitching prospect. He's going to be the guy.
He ain't Paul
Skeens. We didn't even know. He ain't it. I'm with you. You're absolutely right.
But Maz, I'm going to go back to your point. Roster construction is a little bit on this team.
I said that.
Management.
But not with stars.
They brought in some injury-prone and older guys who are just continuously. Let's go through the list over the last 10 years.
Donaldson,
Josh Donaldson, Chase Headley, Chris Carter, Giancarlo Stanton now, Edwin Encarnacion, Rizzo. All these guys are like it's been constantly. DJ LeMahieu. All these guys are just getting older and older. You keep bringing all these old guys who just don't really do much towards the end of their careers, and that's kind of where the lineup
for Stanton though.
Stanton had a good 4-year run, but now you have to pay him $36 million for the next 4 years.
At the time,
3 years.
Did you hate the move at the time? I mean, didn't he just come off an MVP season?
He came off an MVP season, and I didn't hate the move. But the fact that the Yankees had to pay the entire contract, I thought was a little crazy, considering, I mean, we didn't give up much, but I kind of knew the contract wouldn't age well because he's a power hitter.
Yeah. Well, here's my thing, though, right? He's another one where, like, you can put that in either column. You can't fault them for him having injury prone, right? He wasn't really that injury prone in Miami. He started aging, yes, but another check in the box of when there's a giant star to be acquired, they go and put their best foot forward at trying to get it. So I'm with you on the roster construction, the glue guys, the everyday starters, or even the depth of the team that's not got that nice little star next to them where every kid wants their autograph and they're at the top of jersey sales. I'm with you. But when it comes to acquiring stars, I just can't fault the franchise anymore because they've gone out for the best guys. They just are negating and neglecting everything else.
All right, Jay, where do you want to take this?
Yeah. I mean, I definitely want to get y'all's thoughts on. I'm gonna go to the NBA, and then we'll go to the NFL. I want to get y'all's thoughts on the Bronny James to Lakers and like the whole like NBA, like and then we can talk about the Olympics too while we're at it.
Naz, why are you making that face?
You know what? Because I'll tell you what. Because first and foremost, all right, as we know, I am the guy. All right, I'm the Yankees, Cowboys, Lakers guy. I hate being the douche, but it's me. I'm him, and it is what it is. All right, like here's the thing, right? Thank you, LeBron, for taking a pay cut. Thank you to the Lakers for securing that we have our franchise guy, even though he's the oldest player in the damn league, but he's still a top 3 greatest player of all time. And if you talk to some people, the greatest player of all time, brought us back to being relevant since Kobe Bryant. I thank him for all those things. You took the pay cut for what? There's nobody out there to get. DeMar DeRozan joined the Kings. Klay Thompson took less money than you were offering to join the Dallas Mavericks. There's nobody out there. Maybe it might have been time for us to move on from LeBron in the fact that there's just no depth there. You have a starting point guard in D'Angelo Russell. They've been trying to get off the books since the start of the offseason. They even tried making trades for him midseason, and it's just not going to happen, right? Nobody wants him. Austin Reeves should not be taking shots in the fourth quarter, should not be a main part of that offense when it comes to second and third options. Sometimes he's the first, depending on the situation, like we saw in the fourth quarter of the damn playoffs. What are they doing? Anthony Davis, for crying out loud, when are you going to take the torch from LeBron and be the true number 1 player? But we go out and we acquire Dalton Connect, who I like to move, 3-and-D. I've been saying they've been needing shooting forever. Even the years that they won in the bubble, the shooters that they had, I felt kind of underperformed compared to where they had performed on other franchises. I don't know what it is about LA. You come to LA, they forget how to shoot, right? But Bronny James, I didn't hate the move just because.
Wait, man, are you frozen?
I'm not frozen.
We good?
There he is. He's back.
You froze a little bit.
My apologies. Damn, dude. I'm even.
Oh, he gone again. Big Brandon. Chat, for anybody who doesn't know, his secondary nickname is Big Brandon.
That's not even true. That's not true. I got 2 idiots that call me that.
2 idiots. We got the entire SCM calling you that the last semester.
That's like having like the Muppets cast calling you that. All right.
No, what were you saying, man? I don't know.
As I was saying.
I don't know what you were saying, brother. Like
they went out and they draft Dalton Connect, right? I liked it.
Yeah.
They shoot. They forget about the shooting. Bronny James. Why is this all the talk of the Lakers? I like the move because there's really no risk. It was a 2nd-round draft pick, and there is quote unquote high reward. But let's be honest, the kid is undersized. He's got a good wingspan. He put on 1 good shooting display. He did nothing in summer league, and why would he? He did nothing at Division I. So why would he do anything at the summer league? I don't think he's going to do much in the NBA. Within the time frame of his father being a Laker, maybe he grows into a nice defensive piece. Maybe he could be a starter. Whatever it is, the Lakers need to be in win now mode. This kid's not gonna do nothing besides lock up LeBron. But like I said, you're still the same situation as last year. Nothing has really changed. So it's like, is he gonna help you win this chip? No. Is he gonna make Anthony Davis better? No. Is he gonna be a good depth piece to go off the bench? I don't think this season. And how much time we got left for LeBron? 2, maybe 3, if you really stretch it.
Well, LeBron signed a 3-year deal. Does he even play to the end of that contract?
That's my question.
I don't even think he will.
The second, let's be honest, dude. I think he's just buying his time until they announce the expansion franchise. He's getting that Vegas expansion, bro.
I think he's going to play this year out.
A+ businessman.
He's going to play the season out. He'll play his few games he gets to play with Bronny, because Bronny will probably play majority of the year in the G League. He'll come up, play a few games with LeBron. LeBron will have a quick little 2-round playoff run, then he'll go out, and then I think that's it.
Did you guys see that?
What?
Some place we're not going this year. The NBA Finals.
Honestly, guys, I think this is the last year of LeBron. This might be it. And I think everybody should start to appreciate this final year. Watch and just don't even care about the winning. Don't care about the legacy. I don't give a shit about any of that. Just watch and admire the guy and just watch him play the game one last season.
To be honest, I don't think it's his last season. I don't think so. Because what if they, have a good, obviously, like you said, Lakers, obviously the talent in the West has beefed up. Anthony Edwards.
Are they getting past Denver?
Denver, Minnesota, OKC. They're not getting past any of those three.
We didn't really do anything in the free agency.
We might not even get past San Antonio with Chris Paul and Wemby, bro. I'm definitely reaching there. But, dude, there's so many killers in terms of organizations that are at their apex right now. You talk top 3 teams in the West. You talk about top 3 teams in the West. The Lakers are no longer on my mind.
Lakers haven't been on anyone's mind for 2 years.
For sure. Now, listen, they could bounce back to the Lakers. I don't know if LeBron's going to retire after this season. The basketball fan in me, I don't want to see him go. The Lakers fan in me, I want everybody gone to clear up space but Anthony Davis and try. Hopefully this year there's some nice free agents.
Like, why didn't I love the JJ Redick pick. Obviously it's a coach. This is his first year coaching, but he's a terrific basketball mind. And I know people can say, "Oh, they're on a podcast together."
I don't care about that. But here's my problem, right?
Yeah,
he was the best guy available the second that they got turned down, right, by Dan Hurley. I just feel that it's again. The Lakers, the same guys who are used to going out and getting the premier coach, go get a Phil Jackson, right? Even Mike D'Antoni, even though never won a chip, he was the number 1 seed how many years with the Suns, right? He was still the guy.
Stop. You weren't gonna bring in Mike D'Antoni.
What do you mean?
You don't not want Mike D'Antoni coaching your team.
I'm not saying that. I don't want him coaching my team, but I'm saying the Lakers have gone out and have gotten guys that had legacies, right?
Right.
Phil Jackson, the greatest coach of all time. Not Hurley. I'm sorry. They went after Hurley, couldn't get the job done. He wants to go back and chase the legacy, right? But they brought in D'Antoni back in 2012, a guy who was a multiple season.
Keep forgetting Pat Riley, bro.
I'm getting there. So that's what I'm saying. That's how far the franchise has fallen, where there's guys that were out there that were more accomplished, maybe not the marquee guy, but you went with Redick because you wanted to go into this new age. I think JJ Redick is a great basketball mind. I think JJ Redick gives himself way too much credit when it comes to his legacy compared to some of the other guys like your John Havliceks, the Bob Cousy's of the world.
Do you think he's a Pat Riley type personality coach?
Yeah, but is that going to work? I think that's what
I don't know. It works now.
I think that's what he wants to be. No, it works for Pat Riley. Is that?
Yeah, but I'm saying, is he sort of in the similar type of
I think he
mentality, personality like Pat Riley, that he can mold players to fit his system?
I don't know if he can do all that. I think that's what he wants to be. I like that. That's the approach that he's taken. Y'all know I love The Godfather. All right. I wish Pat was back with the Lakers right now. I flirted with when I was living in Florida. If I'm going to be one honest with you. If I would have been there for 10 years, I probably would have been rocking a Heat jersey at some point, So it's but obviously
he likes to ride the wagon. That's what I'm saying.
No, I just like, guys that do things the right way, and the Heat aren't a better franchise than the Lakers historically, but they're definitely run better now. I would never have had hope at any point in time. Here's the problem with the Lakers, right?
Mm-hmm.
They aren't the Heat in terms of the Heat could have nothing for them. And as we see, they might mess around and make a finals. The Lakers need everybody, the top talent. They need the stars to align to have any bit of success.
They need a bubble.
I have no hope. I don't have faith in a Rob Pelinka. I don't any longer have faith in the Buss family, with all due respect. Like, I have, and they're not like I necessarily want to ship the Buss family out and not be owners. I'm just saying that like I had a lot more faith in them in past years, but like the last couple of seasons, like ever since AD, I feel like they just really haven't brought anybody in. They brought in Russ, but that didn't work. Like, and I knew that wasn't really gonna work. I mean, talk about aging, right? Every time that they get somebody, it's not like they're in the prime. It's just like, hey, let's go get what we feel is the best thing available, but that best thing is been out of its prime for quite some time every time, So it's like, I don't know, bro. I hope he develops. I hope that he builds an actual basketball organization that doesn't need to, like, I love bringing in the best big name available. I want them to continue to go out. I don't know, maybe Giannis hits free agency down the line and they bring him in, or Paolo Banchero hits free agency down like a big name. I love that they can do that at any point in time, just except the last 2 years. But I don't want that to be reliance. Build up talent. The last time this organization has built somebody up, Kobe Bean Bryant got drafted in 1996.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's just like all these. It's amazing, and the difference between Miami and the Lakers is as far as like the management is like. I mean, Lakers have bounced around coaches every 2-3 years. Darvin Ham, Frank Vogel. In the last couple of years, they've always kept Spoelstra. Like, he's been there for like 8.
Why wouldn't you? He's the best coach in the
NBA.
The best coach.
Yeah, exactly.
Kerr.
That's like they can't.
And he's better than Steve Kerr too. I'm sorry, that's how I feel.
The Lakers switch coach like I switch my socks every day, man. It's like a new coach and like don't get me wrong, JJ Redick. I mean, I can't judge the man because like I can only judge him off his ability as a player, but as a coach, I don't know. It's like Steve Nash. Like we didn't know what he was going to be as a coach, but obviously with the injuries in Brooklyn with Kyrie and they couldn't really gel together, but. Can't really place it on Nash, but
I'm gonna be honest too, though, right? Like even Steve Nash, like could have been a candidate for the Lakers. I felt like I feel like Steve Nash isn't done coaching. I feel like Steve Nash, I can't blame him for what happened there. Like,
I mean, you can't blame him. You can't.
I'm sorry. Injuries. Nah, you could. You can. No, you can't.
You blame Steve Nash for how your stars acted?
Listen. They brought him in to control those stars.
You're not controlling anybody that doesn't want to be controlled.
Okay, yeah, so that's what I'm saying. That he didn't do the job he was brought in to do. So, yeah, it was on him.
They should have never got rid of Atkinson, bro.
I agree with you. I feel like Atkinson would have taken their shit.
I'm gonna be honest too. I wish the Lakers would have went out and got my man down in Houston right now. Help me out here.
Ime?
I wanted Ime Udoka, bro. That's who I want. I wanted him or Monty Williams more than anything in the world.
See, I don't think anyone's gonna want Monty Williams.
I feel so bad for Monty Williams. Like for coming from almost.
Now, if Monty Williams was the coach of the Lakers, I would actually be excited for the season, and I think we would make an actual run. He's that good of a coach. He needs players to compete. Detroit ain't it. Detroit ain't ever gonna be it.
Detroit.
My clock. I'm not even going to talk about Detroit contending for anything for 5 to 6 years. Okay. And I'm being generous right now. You ain't landing no big free agency up there. You better help that you draft something and build it up. But even so, you're going to need that guy to develop some time. So even if they landed on a guy from this year's draft, you're still got to give them 3 to 4 years to actually shine. You're still waiting for Cade Cunningham to put up efficient numbers. He's putting up good numbers, but like it's not really efficient, So like they ain't going nowhere. I don't give a damn if Phil Jackson was coaching that team. They weren't winning. They just Pat Riley could be in that front office this season, and they still wouldn't be winning games for 3 years. Okay, that's how bad they are as a situation. And it all got scapegoated on Monty because like, oh, well, what are we going to do? The best thing that we got is Kate Cunningham. We have a Jaden Ivey. We brought in a James Wiseman.
Yeah.
Bruh, you're going nowhere. And you're just, Monty, historic contract. 1 year. You lost 5 more games than the year before. Yes, you went on the historically bad winning thing, but everybody else got better.
I also feel bad for Detroit because every year they're consistently like a bottom 2 team, and they end up getting like the 5th and 6th pick every single year. Like they finally got the first overall pick once, and they got Cade, and Cade's good, but like that was a notoriously weak draft. Imagine if they had the first overall pick when there was like Wemby or Ant Edwards or one of those guys. Like they actually have a chance to compete.
Yeah, oh, wait, hold on. And does it even matter? This is a franchise that passed up on Carmelo Anthony.
That's true.
That point there.
I mean, Detroit's been nice. I mean, there's a lot of time they were nice with like Ben Wallace era, like Chauncey Billups. 04. I mean, that's it. I mean,
that 1 year Andre Drummond was there, they made the playoffs like twice. That was it.
But think about this, right? Yeah, when you talk about Detroit and you name the best players, the most recent name that you can give me in terms of somebody that actually had an impact on the league as a Detroit Piston is Andre Drummond.
Oh, as far as like in the modern day or like in general?
You keep on going back, right? It's Andre Drummond. And Isaiah even Thomas. The next, hold on, we'll get there, right?
That's 40 years ago.
That's 40, exactly. From Andre Drummond, who's the next big name that you're hitting me with? That's you got to go back to Chauncey, Rip, Ben.
Brandon Jennings, bro.
Blake wasn't doing nothing on Detroit. Like he was balling out on a team that like they weren't. I don't even.
Like, Torian, not Torian right, Prince, but Tayshaun Prince.
Brandon Jennings, bro.
I'm not even giving you credit for that one.
His career ended when Johnny Jordan banged them paws.
Hell, they had Allen Iverson for that one season.
Yeah, and they didn't even start him. Yo, you're wild for that, dog.
Who?
You, I heard you. Yeah.
I mean, the alley-oop.
But like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, didn't Blake like not even try in Detroit?
No, because they weren't giving him anything to really compete with. So why would he try?
That's what I'm talking about. Like Andre Drummond, nothing since until Cade Cunningham, and Cade hasn't even done anything yet, right?
Cade, I think Cade can develop into a top 10 scorer in the league.
I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. I think he can. I think he's a good facilitator. I think he's got good size on him.
Go somewhere else, man.
Right? I think he could be the guy to build around. But you have to make the right moves because you're not operating in free agency like that. Your bread and butter is going to be trades and the draft, and you need to be better in the draft.
I would. I'm a Duke fan, and I would have Cooper Flag go to the Detroit Pistons. I would hate that for him, man. I mean, obviously, yeah, like it's
Cooper Flag's going to be the number one pick.
You're a Duke fan. Like Cooper Flag hasn't played one game for you yet, and you're acting like he's one of you guys.
He's going to be the number one pick.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, name me a player in that class is better than him right now.
Sure, he's the number one.
Dylan Harper, Don Bosco,
Ace Bailey, Rutgers.
Well, yeah. Well, I think Harper's one and done. I believe.
I'm gonna tell you guys right now. I'm not saying he's going number one, but Lord knows the kid has the mentality to go number one. Y'all gotta watch Villanova with my man Matt Hodge this year. That kid is going to be an NBA player. I don't know when he's going to get picked, but that kid is going to be an NBA player. Cooper Flag?
Because Matt watched him in high school. That's why.
Dude, Cooper Flag.
I was there. I was there before. I saw him. I saw him grow.
Matt
Hodge, you know how
put on the best performance, outgunned, outmanned.
He has a chance.
Bro, Cooper Flag. Before the USA men's team went to Paris, like Cooper Flag. I mean, obviously it was a scrimmage. His team, he almost had a game-winning bucket, but AD smacked the ball out of his hands. Like,
yo, let me put it this way: the dream team got beat by a college team, bro. Like,
what? Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Why is Team USA basketball losing 3v3 games?
Who
are we putting in these 3v3 games?
Who is on the
G Leaguers in there?
Who is on the
smoked?
Team
but here's my thing, though, right? If you don't get picked for the NBA,
put on the 3v3 team.
Why wouldn't you go represent the 3v3 team?
Like, I don't
It's
understand.
easier to play in terms of like conditioning.
And you don't get less injury risk.
You're literally the best. Go get the best ISO guys. You want to play ISO ball? This is it. You got all the room
Who
to
are the top
operate.
3 guys that didn't make the cuts?
Jaden Brown.
Jalen Brown didn't make the cut.
He didn't make the team.
All right, Jalen Brown could be leading that 3v3. They win the gold just by him alone.
Just him being on the court, you win it.
Yes. I think you're winning the gold.
Yeah.
But, like, we're putting out G Leaguers. Like, why are we losing 3v3s? Come on, guys. Figure it out. But
I don't think there was an emphasis on
Team
it.
USA is balling right now.
But like with the national team, yeah.
National team, bro.
Yo,
Anthony
I feel
Edwards,
like,
bro.
you know who probably should have went up there just to like get back on the court. Like now, granted, I've been a big critic of AD playing on the USA team, Kawhi wanting to play on the team, Embiid playing on the team, just because I felt like if you weren't playing. And AD, I'll give just a little slack to just because he did play like 70 plus games this year. But if you have been having injury troubles, I don't think you should be playing basketball like that unless you're trying to get back into things, really. Kawhi always gets injured. It's not having to get back into things. It's literally just like a management situation of his health. Same thing with Embiid. Somebody that I think that should be playing in that 3v3 is Klay Thompson.
I believe so.
Spot shooter. Play some good defense.
Just go through the motions.
Who's on that 3v3 teams anyway? I don't like no names.
Like G Leaguers.
Can you name it? Can you pull it up?
No, I don't know the guys' names.
Hold on.
I don't.
Let's see what we got here.
I think they're like college guys. They might be college guys.
Did Devin Booker make the team of the USA team?
Devin Booker's on Team USA right now on the national team. National team. I gotta say, one player's been really surprising me on that national team. Bam. Bam's having a great Olympic tournament. I think he led in scoring in their second game against South Sudan, and then I think he was like 3rd or 4th in scoring in the game against Puerto Rico. Ant took over in that last game, 26 points in that one. I mean, but Bam Adebayo, bro, in a team full of like superstars, like of course LeBron, KD, Steph, Ant Edwards, Tatum, like there's so many guys that can score on that team. Bam has slowly like carved out like a scoring role in that team, and I'm kind of impressed. Like I gotta say, I think Bam going into next year, you're gonna see like he's been good, but he's gonna be even better.
Fellas, they're not even college guys.
They're G Leaguers, right?
I have a Canyon Barry, 6 foot 215, current age, and you want to take a guess?
18.
30.
Come on, bro. What are we doing here? What are we doing, man? What are we doing?
I got the next one for you. 6'8", 220 pounds. Kareem Maddox, 34.
What are we doing, guys?
Dylan Travis.
A different type of game, but you got to put your best foot forward. This is 3v3, bro.
Hold on. I'm not done. I got 2 more for you. Dylan Travis, 6'3", 185. Current age, you guessed it, 31. And my personal favorite, where I need to come back to the screen, 6'2", 195, age of 35. The man, the myth, the CBA legend, Jimmer Fredette.
Well, I mean,
that's why we're 0-3.
I mean, why don't they just like the people who don't make the team, like the actual team, get dumped to the like?
Bro, I could go get you the league that I am covering right now. I could go get you 3 names that could win this tournament. Than what they have. 4 guys. They have a roster of 4 guys, right? Oh, and not even to mention the coach, and I don't even know who's on that. But what's it called? Hold on.
I don't get the mindset. Like, why are you getting these guys the 3v3 tournament?
I have a Joe Lewandowski and a James Francia. Let's go.
Is it a completely different committee and they don't want NBA players playing? Like, that's just so stupid.
So
yeah, the women's team has don't they have WNBA
Caitlin
players
Clark's playing on that one 3v3. I think
for real. I did not know that.
I think Caitlin's playing on that 3v3 team, and that's why they're good.
I'm sorry, Matt. The people who you name, I don't know. I don't
No one
know.
knows them, Jay, bro. No one knows.
Jay, you don't know Jimmer Fredette?
Oh,
I know
yeah,
Jimmer.
I know Jimmer
Of
for
course, yeah,
dead. That's
I
all
know
the guy I
Jimmer, but
know.
like everyone else, like who are those
Maddox.
guys?
Bro, I got bios here. Let's see the highest level.
I
swear to
could
God,
move.
if it's like I played college ball at UConn back in 2012 with Kemba. I was Kemba's third wheel. You know, like if it's that, bro, then I'm done.
Apparently this guy's kind of like Kareem Maddox is pretty accomplished in the 3v3 game. I just, with all due respect, like I don't mean to take away from your sport or your position. It's just that, like, can y'all hear me? There we go.
Yeah,
my bad. I thought I closed the tab. I was like, oh, we have NBA caliber talent. We have Division I guys that are soon to be NBA caliber talent. We have guys in their prime, and we have an old man squad out here right now. I don't know what we're doing. I haven't heard of these guys.
Me neither, bro.
If I'm, somebody that's looking to make an impact for the USA through basketball, and I'm not making that, the regular team squad, go hit that 3v3. You'll still be an Olympian. Gold is gold. You getting paid the same amount for bringing home the gold, whether you on the team of 3v3 or on the U.S. national regular team. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, personally, I think I'd rather be on the 3v3 team too, because I can get them stats up.
Right. And I mean, maybe y'all might disagree with me on this, but I mean, I feel like personally, like, and this is tough for me to say because I'm a Laker fan, but I feel like Jaylen Brown should have made the team instead of Derek White. I mean, I think that Jaylen Brown's Finals MVP. I mean, he made clutch. I mean, and I'm not throwing shade to Derek White at all. He's a 3-and-D type of player, but like Jaylen Brown, like they won.
I do see the value of having Derek White though.
Like
you need defense. I
do think it was a stylistic thing, to be honest.
You can't have a team of just scorers.
You came a Kawhi Leonard from the team to off the team to Derek White and not Jaylen Brown.
Well, Derek White. Oh, I'm sorry. Kawhi was supposed to be there.
Well, no, he got hurt.
Defender. But he was supposed to be there to be the lockdown defender.
Right.
Like he was supposed to be picking up the best thing. Derek White is known for 3-and-D. Right now, Jaylen Brown is definitely
and they have Drew Holiday on there too. Drew Holiday as well for defense.
Brown is definitely the better player. Nobody, if you are even trying to debate that, you haven't been watching basketball. I don't want to even have the conversation with you because you're unintelligent, with all due respect. You don't know what you either trolling or you just legitimately have not been watching the game if you think Derek White is better than Mr. Brown. All right. However, I do understand having to have some kind of style. And like Ant said, like having Bam on there, is Bam the best center in the NBA?
He's top 3.
Sure, but is he the best?
He's top 3, and he's definitely 3 behind Joel and Jokic, and Jokic is playing for Serbia.
Okay, there's a debate for that. I'll give you that. Right? Bam's good, but I'm just saying, like, would Bam necessarily make the squad? I don't know. I'm not saying that. I think they went with stylistic over just best available talent in some cases.
I mean, I don't hate it. It's not terrible. Like, imagine like a team of Jaylen Brown and Cat right now on that. Actually, would Cat be Dominican Republic?
It would be on the Dominican Republic. Yeah.
Actually, no. Yeah, no. Embiid's playing on USA right now, so
and he shouldn't be playing on USA.
Cat can play on USA if you really wanted to.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, I guess. But give me of guys that aren't on this roster, right, for the US men's team. Who would be your dream 3v3 lineup right now of guys that aren't on that team? So no KDs. Yes.
Jaylen Brown has to be on there. I like your Klay Thompson. If we could count Cat as being a guy from the US.
Can't count him.
But I mean they're counting Embiid.
But Embiid declared. You declare on.
Oh, so Cat didn't declare to be USA? That's it?
Cat has played for the Dominican national team.
Yeah, when he was in U16, right? But he could still switch if he wants to and be an Olympic.
I thought he recently competed for them like a year or two ago at the Pan Am Games.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay, so it can't be Cat. All right, I see what you're saying. What about Trae Young?
No.
Trae Young in a 3v3 setting is.
Deadly.
That's deadly.
No.
Why not?
I'm a hater.
You're a hater.
Jalen,
But
is Brunson's not on the team, right?
No.
Oh. Where is Brunson?
I want Brunson on that 3v3 team before I want Trae Young.
Oh, you're right.
You know?
Where is Brunson, bro?
Bro, the 3v3 team, you want to know who the 3v3 team
Scotty Barnes.
No.
Put Scotty Barnes in there, bro.
No,
I'm sorry. Put Scotty Barnes in there. That dude's a baller. Jalen Brunson, Scotty Barnes, and Clay. Or Jalen Brown.
Yeah,
Jalen Brown,
be honest.
Jalen Brown, Jalen Brunson, and Scotty Barnes. That three destroying everybody.
You're gonna hate me for this because I'm gonna sound like one of them hometowners of the Northeast.
Kyrie.
The 3v3. First off, absolutely. All right, above everything else, Kyrie should be on there with Brown. Whoever else you put on, it doesn't even matter. They won. The team, because there's 4 spots, right?
Okay.
Brunson, DiVincenzo.
Oh, get out of here. Stop.
Hartenstein. That should have been it right there.
You're trolling, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
How unbearable would Knicks fans
Charlie
be?
Badweenie, our good friend, would definitely say that.
Shout out my co-host. That would be Knicks fans would be unbearable if those guys brought home the gold after the season that they just had.
I mean, I would definitely. Well, when y'all talking about Brunson, what about Dame Lillard?
I just think his best years are behind him. There's much better talent that you could really choose from.
Well, I think, but in a 3v3 though,
yeah, 3v3.
Who's guarding him?
Who's guarding Kyrie? Who's guarding Jalen Brown?
Exactly my point. You can't go wrong anyway.
And honestly, you need a wing. You can't just go on all guards.
So Dame Lillard. So Dame Lillard, he would be my guard. I agree with you, Clay. I mean, because players that bounce back. Clay, Clay, and then we need a big. I mean, I feel like all the bigs are like international, like all the good ones.
I'm taking Scotty Barnes, bro.
For a center that he would get.
He's a wing.
But no, I'm talking about for
you don't need a center. It's 3v3.
I mean,
you do want some size though, just in case. I feel like.
But Scotty's size, he's 6'8".
Man, I put Evan Mobley over him before Scotty Barnes.
Oh, Troy, no.
Evan, did you see how Scotty Barnes how he shot in the All-Star game last year? Terrible.
He was All-Star game. Who cares?
No, I like the All-Star event. He was airballing like 2-footers, man.
Oh, Jay.
I mean, I would be there for shooting the
or Josh Allen or not Josh, or Jared Allen. I mean,
I wouldn't hate it. I think you need size. I think Jay's right that like you need bigger size, but Ant's definitely right where like he'd be there for defense and stuff.
I say Brunson, Kyrie, Scotty Barnes. Those are the 3 I'm definitely taking. And then
I think Scotty Barnes, he's a little bit more time in the NBA to like have my.
He's an all-star. Just came off an all-star season, and he was on a terrible Toronto team that had really nothing else around him.
Grady Dick.
That's it. Literally just Grady Dick.
I mean that's his last name.
Oh, bro, I thought that was the grade that you were giving him. I was like, what?
No, that's his name, Grady Dick.
Listen, bro, y'all are sleeping on Scotty Barnes. That dude's gonna be a superstar.
Do you think? Yeah, I don't know if that's like my first choice for the team though. Personally,
I think he is. I think out of all the wings that who are from the USA, who are in the NBA, that are not on that team, I think he's the best one.
Paul George.
I honestly think Scotty's better at this point in time in their careers.
I disagree.
Scotty's got more explosiveness.
Wait, where's Tyrese Halliburton at? Is he on the team?
I think Paul George is way too inconsistent of a shooter.
I mean, I was gonna say Tyrese Halliburton, but I feel like he's on the team.
He's on the what do you call it? The national team. He's on the
bench, right?
He's like their last guy on the bench. Like literally, he doesn't really play that much.
Yeah, he's chilling right next to Jason Tatum.
Yeah, him and Tatum literally played like 0 minutes the one game.
Yeah.
So at my brother in sports, as I like to say, Paul George, Let's get to the actual stats that you just said that he ain't got no more, right? All right.
He's not as consistent as he used to be, man.
47% shooting last year
from the field.
Yep. 3-point percentage. And you ready to eat your words?
Is it 36?
41.3. Wait. 22.6 points. 3.5 assists. 1.5 steals. And rebounds 5.2. He still got it. He ain't what he used to be, but he still got it. And I still think he's better than Scotty Barnes.
Yeah, so what is Scotty Barnes stats? Let me see that.
Not
pulling
bad.
Pulling up right now. Scotty Barnes this season.
How many points?
He averaged 19.9.
1 win for Paul George.
Shot 34% from 3, 48% from the field.
1 win for Scotty for field goal.
He only took 5 threes a game. How many did Paul George take?
Let's see. 3-point attempts. Where we at here? 7.9.
8.2 rebounds for Scotty, 6.1 assists. So he distributes more, passes the ball more, gets more rebounds, and just a little less than the steal, and a 1.5 blocks per game.
Who won more games too, though?
Paul George is playing with Kawhi and Harden.
Kawhi barely played. I'll give you Harden.
He played for the first half of the year, and that's when they were winning their games. And that's when and once Kawhi left, that's when they started losing.
Listen, Philly's going to have a better year than Toronto anyway, and it's going to be because of Paul George.
And Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. Again, he's got everybody around him. So yeah, that's why he's playing well.
Embiid ain't playing the whole season, sadly.
God. Give Scotty Barnes, Joel Embiid, and Tyrese Maxey, and you'll see what he can do.
I bet you it's the same stat line, just better defense.
And that's what you need at 3v3.
Don't act like he's a schlup, though. Honestly,
I'm taking Scotty Barnes at this point in his career.
For what? 1 season? Like, we're just talking for a 3v3 right now. We're not talking about building a franchise over.
I'm 3v3.
Paul George all day. All day.
I mean, yeah, Paul George. I mean, I'm surprised he's on the team, on the USA team, though.
How about you? Hold on. We just talked about 3v3.
You remember the last time he tried to play on the USA team?
James Harden.
That was scary, yeah.
That was scary.
James Harden 3v3 team. That'd be awesome.
I was gonna say James Harden. I was gonna.
All right, Jay. Where you taking us, Jay?
Let's go to the NFL, y'all. Let's end with the NFL. So I mean, obviously, and we got Derrick Henry, man. I guess we can go around and talk about our teams first, and we'll go over the Madden 25 ratings. At each skill position, and we'll break it down.
You want me to have a heart attack today?
Sorry, my brother. But yeah. And so, how do you feel about the Ravens, man? I know we lost a lot of pieces on defense. I mean, we have our first season of Andrew Voorhees on the O line. I think he got the strongest strength rating. I think on the team. I think as far as strength.
I don't know, Voorhees was a 3-year starter at Alabama. It's a center.
No, yeah, Alabama. I thought he was at USC.
No, he was Alabama. I thought
Voorhees. No, because I would have known that.
Might have been.
I thought it was USC.
USC, you're right. I mean, he was a 3-year starter at USC, and as a center. And he was one of the highest grade centers when he was coming out, and then he had that really bad injury.
We're sitting here starting about a center. That's where we're starting.
You let me finish my point?
Let
me finish my point.
Because he was supposed to play, he got hurt.
He was drafted in the 6th round and became. Now he's gonna become the left guard of the Ravens, and he was gonna be he's looking really explosive. So yeah, the Ravens. I feel like every single year it's the same thing, right? The Ravens will lose all these guys in free agency or trades and all these other things, retirement. And it's like, how are they going to recover? You got 3 more guys in the back, bro. We're coming back again. We have we lost Patrick Queen, placed him with Trenton Simpson. We lost Geno Stone in the defensive backfield. Oh, we just brought in Eddie Jackson. It's like, okay, we'll literally, you want to leave? We'll bring your replacement right back and we'll just reload. It's not rebuilding, it's reloading. That's what the Ravens are going to do this year. I mean, Lamar's the MVP. Bringing in a guy like Derrick Henry to be his running mate. I mean, come on, bro. Like, how you stopping that backfield if you're a defense?
I guess
Who you keying in on?
I guess my only glaring as far as like the receivers is who's going to be standing as the number one. It's going to be Zay Flowers. It's going to be Bateman.
I was convinced with Zay last year. Played good. He's not a red zone threat. To be
honest, this is the first time I'm actually saying this on live TV, fellas. Outside of Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, and I love Zay Flowers. He's his second year in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Our receiving corps doesn't pop out, man.
Still have Mark Andrews.
No, yeah, I know. I know. But
Zay Flowers, had a dynamic rookie season. And they just signed Bateman again on a really cheap deal. You saw what Bateman did in his limited playing time.
I understand. But Cowboys have CD Lamb. I mean,
all right, yeah, they don't have a superstar.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They don't have like a.
What did you expect, superstar? Look at those Chiefs. Expect though? They want Mecole Hardman as their wide receiver one.
What, man?
I said, what did you expect though? Were you you weren't expecting to get Derrick Henry and a top wide receiver?
I was actually I want to get Higgins, man, if he was available.
Not happening.
You're not going to trade, and you're not going to give that up, right? You weren't going to go make the trade for Stephon Diggs. I feel like the most realistic trade would maybe be Devontae Adams, and you're still not going to go pay that ransom, So, and I understand what you're saying. I don't think Zay Flowers is a true number one. However,
he definitely can be. It's the second year,
I don't think on a regular team. I don't think Zay Flowers could be the guy like that. But when you're bringing a running back like Derrick Henry, I'll give Lamar credit for what he's been able to work with in terms of an offensive scheme.
Of course,
he's made the most out of it, right? I just think that if you had a lesser quarterback and a lesser running back, Zay wouldn't stand out. However, you have two guys that are top 4 at their position, and they're closer to one than people like to give them credit for at both of them. The rest of the roster, and we didn't even talk about Andrews. That's a top 3 tight end in the league. Well,
I don't know, maybe top 5.
I was just about to say
Laporta might have.
So Laporta literally just popped into my head, and I think he's gonna have a big year.
I feel like Laporta because Andrews got hurt.
Sure, but he's younger. I think, and you got to give what's his name on the Cowboys some love too. I think he's coming.
Ferguson?
Yeah.
He's not better than Andrews.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I think he's coming.
Okay.
So
wait, did we play all this year, the Cowboys? I don't know.
Yes, we do, I think.
I don't know if they play this year. They didn't play last year.
They even play the Cowboys this year. I don't remember which week because I know they're playing the Giants week 15 and they're playing the Eagles week 10 or something like that.
We gotta hang out.
To go to that. We might have to go to that.
Well, it's gonna be in Baltimore and
Dallas. I think it's in Dallas.
Hop on the plane. Let's do it.
Or if not, if we can't go, we can definitely link up for that.
You guys think that we could just write it off our taxes? We're doing it for the pod. This is a big week.
It's a business trip.
Business trip.
Business trip, fellas.
So
tab on me, fellas.
So here's my thing though, right? Is that you guys have some of the best players in the league at crucial positions.
I know, that's what
it will enhance the guys that Zay's not even bad. He's just not a
he's not bad.
10,
he's just he's
not a top 10 wide receiver.
He's not proven yet. He's not.
I think he could be top 25 this year.
Sure.
I think
yeah.
But do you think that Zay at the top of his career is going to be a top 10 receiver? Are you confident in saying that?
I think that's the ceiling.
Okay. But
it's not a guarantee that he's going to hit his ceiling.
Okay, but even with the ceiling, it's closer to 10 than it is 1.
Yes.
See what I'm saying? But even with it, like I said, you have the talent to enhance that, to overcome that, right? You guys are going to be just fine, barring health.
Because definitely I feel like, with Derrick Henry added as a key addition and running back with him, like you said, Matt, that opens up a lot of things for other players like Mark Andrews. I mean, we've always known
the entire passing game that hasn't really been
Isaiah
there.
Likely too.
Or we've always known that Andrews is he likes to run to the middle. I mean, but he's gonna get more open. I mean, the Ravens might run a 2 tight end set with Likely and Andrews. If Andrews double teamed, then Likely will get open. And Derrick Henry, he can catch in the backfield. He can be a receiver at some point. at some points, you know. So it definitely, and like you said, and all the reporters have been saying, like the media, oh, Henry's washed, he's getting old. Like Henry said, watch me this season. I'm gonna go off.
I mean,
and pairing that with Lamar's speed and then his strength at the running back, he bulldozes linemen over. And how do you stop him? And then now you're gonna have to get Lamar down and Derrick Henry.
I saw a stat the other day, Jay.
Yeah, go
Derrick
ahead.
Henry across high school, college, and the NFL has over 13,000 career carries.
That is wild.
That is a lot. And the fact that he's had a couple of knick-knack injuries here and there, missed half a season here.
Yeah, it's like a foot
he's
or something
really
like that,
been healthy almost his entire career outside of like maybe one season. It's like, so it's like he's been reliable. So he's never given me the reason to think that he's not going to play this whole year. I had the feeling going in that the Ravens brought in Derrick Henry to play 17 games, and he's going to play 17 games.
I feel like, I feel like I say with every new player that we bring in, he plays like a Raven, that tough physicality running back, like they're known for having, power backs like Gus Edwards.
Look what you got out of guys though that are less.
Keaton Mitchell too as our RB2 coming in.
Justice Hill.
Like you guys have gotten production out of worse names. This is going to be the best rushing year the Ravens have seen since Jamal Lewis.
I mean, we've already seen them have insane rushing years. They've had years where they've rushed for 3,000 yards as a team.
Yep.
In these last couple of seasons. So it's not crazy to think that they might even go to 4,000 with the way Henry runs.
I'm saying.
I mean, I kind of feel bad for every team that they play because how do you game plan for a Lamar and a Derrick Henry?
Do you really want me? You really want me to tell you?
I think they're going to key more on Lamar than they are on Henry. Henry's going to probably rush for 6-7 yards a carry.
You get stumbled over by. I don't know.
You show up with your Bible, your favorite religious leader. You pray a little bit, and you pray to God it's raining and that ball is slippery and it pops out. That's it. That's the only way because you're not stopping it.
But I'm so excited. Like football season is back, y'all. Like I'm so excited. Like I'm ready to see this.
You ready for your Cowboys, man?
I'm on the board, bro.
In Jerry World.
Yeah, how the hell did Jordan Love get? How did Jordan Love get paid before Dak Prescott?
Matt, you want to answer that?
Yeah, sure. Because the Cowboys have other players that they are trying to figure out who to play.
When
Green Bay only has one man that they said that needs to get paid, and that's
don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Like, don't get this misconstrued. Like, I definitely agree that Dak is a good quarterback, and he had that 1 year where he had that 1 year where he got hurt, and that was a serious injury. And most players don't come back from that injury, and that kind of like set him back. But definitely he should get his money, but then again, it's like
absolutely should have been paid. He should have been the MVP too. This is a man that gets screwed every damn year.
I mean, he throws picks like he's
throw picks. What, Jay? Go ahead and pull up the stats. It's 1 year. 1 year. Are you kidding me? How many picks did Lamar have this year?
Get him.
I don't know.
I think Lamar had 7 picks. Dak had 9, and Dak threw for way more touchdowns than Lamar did.
I think Lamar had more than 7.
Okay, I hope so.
He might have like 8 or 9.
Let's check the stats, shall we? I can tell you Dak's stats right now. Dak literally threw 9 interceptions because the man said that he was going to have what's it called?
Less than 10.
Less than 10. And everybody was like, oh my God, that's ridiculous. So Rain. Dakota.
Okay, Dak's a good quarterback, man. He'll get his money. Maybe not with the Cowboys.
I forgot.
Shut up. My man threw for 4,516 yards, 36 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, had a rating of 105.9 and a completion percentage of 69.5. Okay, awesome. The year before that, I hate you. The year before that, okay, only had 2,000 yards, 860, but of course, like we all know, that he was still trying to come back and stuff, right? Like this is a guy who 1 year threw 15 interceptions. Every year before that, starting it off, first year 4 interceptions, went up to 13, 8, 11, 4, 10. then the 15, then the 9. Josh Allen threw what? 18 interceptions. Nobody wants to talk about it. Patty Mahomes had double-digit interceptions. Nobody wants to talk about it. But Dak Prescott, a guy who's had a quarterback rating around Tom Brady's career.
Who was the first guy you said?
Josh Allen.
Okay.
All right. And then Patty Mahomes. Those are guys like Josh Allen turned the ball over. Patty Mahomes had double-digit interceptions, right? So it's like, but Dak is a turnover machine because of one bad year where they were down in a lot of games and started slinging the ball. And his worst year is still better than some guys. Like that's guys' best years are 15 interceptions. All right. He is an elite quarterback. If he was on any other franchise, the country would love him. But I get it. The Cowboys are insufferable as a franchise. Jerry Jones is annoying as hell. And America's team is also America's most hated team. We get it. All right. But this is a guy who gets the short end of the stick year in and year out. He is not a turnover machine.
He's getting the short end of the stick on his own team.
I know.
They don't even want to pay him.
I'm aware, and it's wrong. It is blasphemous. How dare you? I said this on the Maz and Bad show just the other day, right? I'm glad you pulled that up, Jay.
Yeah. Now we're gonna get into the ratings real quick.
Okay, but if you look at that ratings too, right? Dak's still a 90, even though I think he should be a little higher than some of the guys that are above him. The way that they did this was egregious to me when it came to the actual ratings of these gentlemen. But
these are the wide receivers.
Jay, do me a favor, go to the position real quick.
Go to the quarterbacks.
Yeah, this is receivers.
Yeah, go to the quarterbacks.
Well, yeah, let's start with quarterbacks. So hit the yep, and hit me with the quarterback, please.
I mean, Lamar's number 2. That's all I care about.
I'm not saying Lamar shouldn't be up there. I get it, but Dak has played better than Josh Allen. Dak played better than Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I don't know why Joe Burrow's 3. That's crazy.
You know, I'm sorry. Like, Dak should be second or third on this list, depending on how you look at it. Dak should have been the MVP last year, if we're just talking numbers. They lost one less game than the Ravens. Y'all had a way better defense. All right. I feel like this man is disrespected. And then the organization, right? They're not paying CD yet. They're not paying Dak yet. Michael Parsons isn't paid yet. It's just absolutely ridiculous. But
that's the problem. When you have that many quality top end of the position guys in the same contract situation, you want to find a way to get everybody paid. And it's hard. Like you want to pay your quarterback first. That's usually the priority. But CD, I think, is better at his position than Dak is at his position. And then Micah, I think, is probably better. I think CD and Micah are better at their positions than Dak is at his.
I think they're right around the same place.
No, CD's a top 2 receiver in the league. Dak's top 5.
I just told you Dak could be 2. Dak was just number 1 last year.
Man. I'm sorry.
He was number 1 last year.
He's not 2.
He was number 1 last year.
But he doesn't win in the playoffs. And he's not a regular season MVP. Do? CD is the top receiver, is not as impactful on the game as a quarterback is.
I'm aware.
You can make that a point.
CD did not have the year that he has without Dak.
I don't think Dak has the year he has without CD.
No, that's nah. I just
no, Maz.
If Amari's
a top 2 receiver in the league.
I'm just saying, bro. If you slot in
CD, absolutely elevates Dak.
Slot in the other guys, right? That even Dak has had over the year. Other wide receivers, you swap him out for Justin Jefferson. Dak does the same thing. Put Jamar Chase there, does the same thing. Put T. Higgins there. I don't think it's the same, but
because you're naming elite wideouts.
Sure. Put
That's
Josh
what
Allen.
They do. They elevate the player, the quarterback.
Put Josh Allen on the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know if CD has the same year.
I think he does. I think CD Lamb is a top 2 receiver in the league. It's Justin Jefferson than him.
Wow, you giving my boy a lot of credit. I appreciate you for that.
I mean, he had the second most receiving yards in the league behind Tyreek. I think Tyreek actually has to be in this conversation too, probably in that discussion. But I think Jefferson's 1 just because he played 8 or 9 games and still had 1,000-yard receiving season. So it's like
not only that, he played with bums. He's absolutely
with bums. So it's like I think Jefferson is the best receiver in football. But then I think it's a close between CD and Tyreek at 2.
Okay. I appreciate that. I had CD at 3 just being conservative, but I love what CD brings to the game. I think you have to prioritize Dak and you have to prioritize CD. I actually believe that Micah enjoys being a Cowboy more than both of them at this point. I think Dak loved being
I think Micah likes being in Texas.
for,
That's why I think if he doesn't get paid by Dallas, he's going to Houston.
possible. And that breaks my heart, but yeah, I hear you on that. But I think Micah loves being a Cowboy still. CD's all about his money. Dak's sick of being disrespected. You got to take care of them first and be like, yo, Micah, we will hook you up this next year, but let us pay them so that this way we can compete. You're our guy. You're our best pass rusher that we've had since I don't know, DeMarcus Ware, So it's like, we're gonna take care of you, dog. Just let
DeMarcus Lawrence there too.
Yeah, I think Mike is better than DeMarcus.
Oh, no, for sure. But I'm saying DeMarcus Lawrence was no scrub.
Sure, but DeMarcus Ware is definitely better than DeMarcus Lawrence.
Oh, yeah. I'm saying, like, they've had elite edge rushers over the years.
Sure.
They haven't had a great time period between those two guys.
Sure. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that, like, you are the guy since the guy left.
Yeah. Okay.
So, like, dog, we're gonna take care of you, but let us lock them up right now just so that they're happy and content, and we got you this next year.
All right.
Because if you let CD hit that free agency, he's gone. He's gone. He's gone. He's taking the fattest check, and he's gone. He's on.
Imagine him in Green Bay with Jordan Love.
God.
Oh my
God. Here's the thing, right?
I'm scared.
I think CD likes being a Cowboy, but CD likes being whoever is going to give CD the fattest check. That's why you got to lock him up.
Nothing wrong with that.
And Dak, you don't want him hitting that free agent market because he might be disgruntled. It might be, dude, I'm sick of this fan base who never believes in me. I'm sick of this ownership who hasn't gotten me much. We're supposed to be all in, and we get a D+ from every outlet out there that was grading the offseason, right? And a coaching carousel as well. You got to lock up Dak before he gets over the edge. I'm already seeing Dak never before. Dak speaking out and not being really, media correct with it. That Cowboys media trained. He's saying, bro, if you're not with me, I don't care. If you're a fan, be a fan. If not, oh well. Like, I'm coming here. I promise you, when we lose it, it hurts us more than it hurts you because we're the ones actually going through it.
Like the three players on the Cowboys, I would say like CeeDee Lamb, Dak, and then Michael Parsons. Like, I mean, if you don't pay him, if you let him go,
someone will
be detrimental to your team. Like, any piece that falls that team will crumble, and y'all won't be the American football team for a while. Like, I don't. So you can say that for all those three players, Dak, CD, and Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons on the defense side, you don't want to let him go. And Dak, I mean, he's your quarterback. I mean, he's your piston of the team. Like, if you let him go, then CeeDee Lamb, so they're all detrimental if they are let go. So
we lose any one of them, we're dropping significantly.
Yeah,
because you're not replacing it. I don't care who you're drafting. It's not guaranteed that he's going to be a top 5 quarterback in the league. It's not guaranteed that they're going to be a top 5 wide receiver in the league. They're not going to be a top 3 defensive player in the league. But I digress. Looking at these Madden ratings, what y'all thinking?
I mean,
I'm upset. I am upset.
So wait, Madden, they only give one 99 club per category?
Yeah.
Fuck, man. I mean, because how Lamar gets 2 MVPs and not a 99 club yet? Like, I mean, I get Mahomes as the Super Bowl champion, and I get that, but like Lamar, he deserves a 99 club, man.
Well, I gotta disagree with you.
All right,
because there are parts to Lamar's game where I don't think he's a 99.
That's what I'm saying.
I think decision making sometimes can be a little suspect.
I think he should have only been a one-time MVP, but I don't want to go down that rabbit hole again. I know y'all are gonna disagree. That's fine.
We are.
All right. But looking at it, I'm fine with Lamar being a high rating because also let's think about this. This is a video game, and he is a game cheat code just by having the speed that he has, be it the agility that he has.
Move,
so I'm fine with Lamar being up there. Patty Mahomes has to be the 99. I mean, even in a down year, this guy just won a Super Bowl, for crying out loud, right?
True.
Joe Burrow's way too hot for me at 93, especially, brother, you didn't even play last season. And when you did play, you looked horrible. Granted, it was downpouring, but like, I'm sorry.
And he was hurt those first couple of weeks too.
And you know what? I'm not even mad that he's a 93. I'm mad that Dak, who just had a career year, best quarterback stats,
He should be a 95.
Should be a 95. He should be second or third on this list. Josh Allen, I'm fine with being a 92, but again, should be below Dak. Tua Tagovailoa being an 88. I don't hate it, but Jalen Hurts too probably should be a little closer to that.
Yeah, I'm surprised Jalen Hurts is down the total pole.
Jalen Hurts towards the end of last year, I think teams really started to figure him out as a quarterback. When they were having those injuries up front a little bit, I think that's when you started to see Jalen Hurts not be as polished as he was the year prior. Right, so right. I don't hate where they have Jalen Hurts on this list. I think Herbert gets way too much love. I think he's a good quarterback, but I don't think he's better than a Jalen Hurts or a Brock Purdy.
So Justin Herbert, I mean, they're going to argue that he throws the better ball, right? Yeah. I mean, 20 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 3,134 yards, and a 93.2 rating. He's the real deal, right? But I do feel that this is a kid who gets the benefit of the doubt whenever it comes to the top 10 conversation, whenever it comes to a ratings conversation. Like, it's a little overhyped for me, you know? Yeah. Especially what he had. Like, he had Keenan Allen with him, right? I mean, granted, head coach was horrible, but it's not like he was playing with bums. He had Austin Eckler in the backfield, right? Like, he had things to work with. The defense definitely underperformed, and they had injuries. Then you have wished that they were reaching, because you hear like the names, it's like, yo, this could be a top 5 defense in the league, right? And I'll give him that, but like, I also feel like he wasn't. Like, they have him, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You think he played as the 7th best quarterback in the NFL last year? I don't think so.
Herbert? No.
Yeah. No.
And that I think kind of fell on coaching a lot, because their play calling was abysmal.
How is he? I'm sorry. How is he? And crucify me if you must, because I know that I've been hard on the man over the years. How is Justin Herbert a higher rating than Jared Goff?
That's so facts. I'm sorry. That's
Goff
so
just
facts.
just was in the playoffs, made a deep run, right? Lost to the 49ers, sure, but like was in the the NFC championship.
He has a cannon. It's not like you can't use the arm power argument against that.
He threw for 4,000 plus yards this year. You know,
they have Goff under Stafford.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's disrespectful.
Do you guys think it has to do with the 2021 season?
What, like the Super Bowl win for Stafford?
No. When it has to do with Justin Herbert, like the stats that he threw up in 2021 were just off the chart ridiculous. 38 touchdowns, 15 interceptions, but 5,014 yards. You know, I feel like we're still giving credit for that when we need to be giving credit for
recency.
What you just did, you know, not what, like, I can understand giving Aaron Rodgers the benefit of the doubt. I can understand if Patrick Mahomes, you know, went down and was coming back, giving that the benefit of the doubt. But like, you got to accomplish something for me to give you the benefit of the doubt. Now, granted, he's had some good years, but it was also a down year.
Stroud is down there.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Stroud was a top 5 quarterback last year.
That's what I was saying. Like, why is he so low?
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah, I got a problem. I mean, I understand.
They're really benefiting the veterans. That's the problem. It's not based off of what happened last year.
Stafford's got to be higher than an 83. That is ridiculous. Rodgers at an
I think
83.
the numbers should be higher, but the rankings need to be rearranged too.
Sure. Matt Stafford's got to be higher, both in rating and just on the list for me. Aaron Rodgers got to be higher in terms of rating.
But also, Matt, I'm going back to your point here. Stafford probably shouldn't, because he wasn't that good last year.
I mean, listen, his number 1 receiver also went down too, though. But I don't think he was a bum last year.
No, but I think he wasn't as mobile as he usually is. He's
sure. Age is definitely
wasn't able to get out of the pocket. I don't think his physical skills are.
I will say though,
as much anymore. But I think he helped elevate Puka Nacua.
So. 3,965 yards, 24 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. I think that's a better year than what Herbert did.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fair to say I'm okay with like the top maybe.
Oh my
maybe
God.
Burrow to slide down, but
Yo, somebody give love to my man Baker Mayfield for crying out loud.
oh yeah, Baker.
I don't think Baker should be higher than like a lot of the guys on this list, though.
I just want to know what Baker did last year because I remember just being.
He made the playoffs. He won a division.
Yo, he had a better year than Stafford. I'm just saying, 28 touchdowns did I just see? 28 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 4,044 yards. Yo, I'm sorry, and he got to be higher than Stafford and Herbert.
Let's go running backs.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Oh my, Derrick Henry number 3. Where I'm down with that. I mean, I thought he was a little lower
too, after the injury last year.
Can I be honest? Hold on, scroll down just a little bit more for me. I think Jones may be over Etienne, but all things considered, keep going down.
Where's Breece Hall?
Whoa!
Didn't he get hurt?
Where is Breece Hall?
Was he healthy last year?
Yes.
Yes. Keep going.
Rusher last year.
Keep going. Oh my God.
No. Oh,
brother, these guys stink. I was just about to say, I thought they got it right. No way they got it right.
Where is Breece Hall? All the way down there?
I'm sorry. Breece Hall.
Jahmyr Gibbs all the way down there?
Both of them should be above Pollard to me.
And Kamara.
Yeah.
Kamara has not been good in 2 years.
They should be. They're better than Raheem Mostert, even though yes. Bijan,
Devin
low.
Devin Achani's
Bijan
low.
Didn't get the chance to show what he was really about last year, so I can understand why they have him that low.
Dude, what are we doing?
But Breece Hall and Jahmyr Gibbs were 2,000-yard rushers, and they were insane for their offenses last year.
And their offenses are going to be better this year.
They had Joe Mixon at 5.
Like, don't get me wrong. I'm fine with Christian McCaffrey, Nick Chubb, Derrick Henry, Saquon.
Like Nick Chubb, I think because the injury, I don't know about, but I think he's looking great coming back. So I think he'll be
freak.
You see what happened to his leg last year?
I watched it live.
Snapped. And now he's already going to be back week 1.
That's wild. No, I mean, I kind of agree with the first couple, but I
think I start having a problem right around after Aaron Jones. I still think Aaron Jones should probably be higher.
I think Etienne's too high, and Joe Mixon are too high.
Joe Mixon doesn't get the love he deserves, to be honest. But I hear you.
I just think Jahmyr Gibbs.
I'm sorry.
And Breece Hall are better than him.
Does anybody here think that Isaiah Pacheco is better than Breece Hall?
No. He's won Super Bowls. That's all. He's been better. He's been in bigger games. And he's performed in bigger games. That's why.
Well, I'm curious if he really had the tight ends with the. I know. Kelsey's gonna be number 1.
I got a problem with Kelsey being a 99.
Yeah,
I got a problem with the 3-point difference between Kelsey and Kittle when Kittle outperformed him.
They put Evan Ingram over Laporte. That's crazy.
Laporta's under Njoku and Ingram and Hawkinson.
Well, and Njoku had the better year statistically. But I do think that Laporta is better than him. So, I hear you. His rise is going to be Laporta's going to end up being the new tight end number 1 when Kelsey hangs it up.
No, I think after Kelsey, I think it's going to be Andrews still. And then after that.
Well, Kittle and Andrews are probably going to age out by the time.
That's what I'm thinking. So that's
Kelsey
why
retires.
I think it's going to be Laporta. So dude, Kelsey how can you be the 99 when somebody literally had the better year than you, right? And he's been right around you each step of the way. George Kittle has always been right around Travis Kelce level. Yes, Kelsey's been the better of the two of them historically, but this past year, Kittle had the better year with the way worse quarterback. Granted, they had the better offense, right? But, Kittle, I think is disrespected being below Kelsey this year. And I like Kelsey better than Kittle personally.
And Kittle's better blocker.
Yeah. What's the next one?
Wideouts?
Wide receiver.
Yeah. Go to the defense.
I mean, Tyreek Hill. I mean, I'll go to
first.
I'm sorry. Once again, Tyreek Hill, I understand being a 99 club, but Justin Jefferson balled out with nothing. That should be a 99.
Justin Jefferson, was it 8 games, had over 1,000 yards receiving?
Nick Mullins, who was throwing the ball to him? I think they had
like Josh Dobbs.
Didn't they have like 6 different starting quarterbacks this year or something?
Like 4 or 5, I think it was. Yeah. Like Justin Jefferson made it work with that. At least Tyreek had some stability to get to almost 2,000 yards.
Wait, like you want to go to middle back or middle linebacker?
It's probably Roquan, right? Or Fred Warner?
Yeah,
Roquan number 1.
Oh, get rid of the receivers on the thing.
Let me see. Oh, I got the receivers. Yeah, I think Roquan better be number 1.
No, Fred
number 2.
No, I don't hate that though.
You gotta have Fred. Gotta be up there, fellas. Demario Davis, Arkansas State alum. That is my dynasty team right now, my man.
Look at C.J. Mosley, bro. Still kicking.
Hey, number 4, yeah.
I feel like there's such a big drop off from Fred Warner and Roquan Smith to like Demario Davis.
Bobby Wagner is in division now. That is interesting.
Washington's the retirement home of the league, bro.
I'm sorry.
They are such the retirement home of the league.
I'm with you, but Patrick Queen's got to be higher.
You're going to see why he's not this year.
Okay.
Quarterback.
I'm telling you. You're going to see why he's not this year.
Sauce Gardner.
Right next to Roquan really made him better than what he was.
Jalen Ramsey, number 2? How?
It's the stars, man. It's Madden. They're going to cater to the stars.
I mean, I'll put Surtain over him.
Keep going. Keep going down.
Marlon Humphrey, number 6, number 8. All right.
I don't even think Humphrey should be 6.
Oh my God.
I think he had a down year last year.
Can we keep going down?
Oh shit.
Yo, what's the matter with you? Hit a mute button.
That sandwich, man.
Hit the mute button. What's the matter with you?
Hey, I'm the captain.
Can you keep going down?
Yes.
Denzel Ward is crazy low.
How is Deron Bland right behind Trey Diggs? Like, bro, Trey Diggs got to be higher on this.
We got hurt, though.
All right, Cowboys fan. Can you scroll back up a little bit?
Double-digit interceptions, bro.
I know, but
I'm sorry. Denzel Ward is way too low.
I agree.
Denzel Ward needs to be top 3, bro. That guy's one of the best corners in the league.
I'm sorry, Jalen Ramsey's way too high.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Denzel should be too, low-key. I'm as a Ravens fan, I'm saying that.
I wish that you could just see like just defense in general.
Is there a way I can do that?
No, I don't think you can. It's by position group.
Teams? No.
Now go to the overall real quick because I noticed something before.
Where? Oh, overall?
Yeah,
I think Myles Garrett should be the best defensive player in the game. I think.
So scroll down and watch. No, he shouldn't. I'm sorry. TJ Watt should be.
It's just like I think it's just like a mismatch everything.
Matt, Myles Garrett had a better year last year than TJ Watt.
I actually don't think he did.
He absolutely did. He won Defensive Player of the Year for that reason.
I'm saying I don't think he should have. Pull up the stats.
Myles Garrett, I think, had like 18 sacks last year.
Okay. TJ had 19.
Wait, let me see. Garrett had 14 sacks.
TJ's 19.
Had 4 forced fumbles, fumble recovery. Had 33 tackles, 17 tackles for losses, and 30 quarterback hits. He had way more pressures, I think, because they were literally double teaming and chipping him every time.
So, hold on 1 second. I literally just saw it. How many solo tackles did he have?
33.
Combined?
Combined, he had 42.
TJ Watt had 48 solo, 68 combined tackles, had an interception, did not force a fumble, so I'll give you that. But he did recover 3 fumbles, and he had a lot more sacks, so I just felt like, and there was a significant drop off, like with like the Steelers production when TJ Watt wasn't playing. Like, dude, I hate to admit it because I want to give Micah the flowers, and I like Myles Garrett, but TJ Watt is the best defender in the NFL. And I'm pretty sure they have Micah over TJ too, and that's disrespectful. And I love Micah. I love Micah. Like, Micah is my favorite Cowboy, although Dak's climbing up there because the way that we're treating him, to be honest with you.
Look at Kyle Hamilton, bro, number 3 on the safety list.
He's a dog, man. What other ones do you want to see?
Can you give me the left tackle, please? I love me some big nasties.
Yeah, that's all.
Up, right there.
Left tackle. That's it. Tristan Wirfs. Trent Williams. Wirfs is 4, bro. You see Tristan Wirfs just got that record-breaking contract?
Tyron Smith? Are you kidding me? I disagree.
Tristan Wirfs should be at like 3 or 2.
Should be. Laramie Tunsil. Hold on now. 3.
I don't know, Wirfs, bro. Wirfs just got a record-breaking contract.
Sure.
Yeah, what, 150 mil as a tackle?
Yep. Gave
Deserve that money, bro.
Time, for sure. For sure. But Laramie Tunsil's been a beast too. I would put Trent Williams, Laramie Tunsil, Tristan Wirfs personally.
I think Williams, Wirfs, Tunsil.
Okay.
That's how I would do it.
Okay.
I'm surprised Ronnie Stanley, like,
he's a bum now, man. He ain't what he used to be.
I mean, I think it's a bum. It's his injury.
Yeah, he can't really move anymore. He was like the weak link on the offensive line last year.
Hey, can you show me the right guards to make me feel good?
Is that where you used to play?
No. Oh, actually, yeah, I did junior year. But I'm pretty sure. There it is.
There's Zach Martin. Hey.
Thank you. That's all I wanted.
Where's Kevin Zeitler at? There he is. I saw him. Come back up.
86.
Number 5 on the. Not bad. I'm gonna miss him this year.
What other ones? What are
You're not gonna show me them kicker ratings? Are you serious?
You already know it's gonna be number 1.
You gotta get rid of the guards.
I'm about to say he's a guard or he's a kicker, huh?
That's a big ass kicker. Right guard.
Yep.
Hit it. There we go.
Chuck number 1, baby. He's 88 though.
Yo, what are we doing?
Why is he not 99 club though? Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Brendan, who's the guy? Brett Aubrey? He should be 2.
Aubrey should be 2. I don't care. Like, Harrison Bunker's been quality, but Aubrey.
How many kicks did he miss last year?
Like 3 or 4.
And all of them were outside 50. He didn't miss a single one inside 50.
Brandon Aubrey stats. He attempted 38 field goals. He made 36 of them.
That's crazy. Yeah, no, he should be 2. Aubrey should be 2. Behind Tuck. Only behind Tuck.
I agree.
I'm surprised, like, taking like above a 90 though.
Yeah, kickers aren't. I just think the only thing they have is kicking power and kicking accuracy.
Wait,
they don't have any other stats that they really max out. That's why they're.
Are you ready for this one in?
Yep.
He missed 2 of them between 30 and 39 yards. He made his 40 to 49 and 50 pluses.
That's whack.
Is that like what happened?
Well, it happens when you kick in a dome too.
Fair enough.
Kind of helps you out a little bit.
Hey, but you know what? It helps. Judge playing at the Yankee Stadium helps out his stats too. So it is what it is.
I mean, I can't hate. You can't hate. You play at the field that you're at.
Yep. So, you know.
Fellas, man, I think
I have a confession.
You go ahead.
I'm not buying Madden.
Not in my college football's my game.
College football is my game. And if either one of you wants to smoke, I'm down. Jay, I'm not playing you if you're playing as Alabama.
Yeah, I mean, I can put you in 18 game.
But you want to take it there?
I mean,
I challenge you to.
Let's go.
I challenge you.
Stream it. JJ After Dark.
Sun Belt teams.
To be fair, like you had Georgia.
Yeah, I'll give you that. But Alabama.
JJ After Dark. Let's stream it.
I've been seeing streamers out there. They're saying Alabama's ridiculous when it comes to the game. So I challenge you to Sun Belt teams.
Like who's there? Like who's there? Like
Arkansas State.
JJL, drop your Twitch in the comments. Drop your Twitch in the comments. Anybody wants to watch? Stream the game. Maz vs JJL. JJL Sports Talk Show After Dark.
That's it. We can get it. And I'm up for the challenge too. I'm not gonna talk smack to you. I think we're fairly similar though in terms of record, right?
For what?
Football games.
Yeah, but we played Madden. That's it.
Yeah. So
Madden's a different game.
We're 0-0 right now. So like, let's get it.
All right. I'll pick a date to beat you.
Yeah, I gotta. So I mean, I can. I've been playing with Boise State in my season. I can play with them.
I bet you can play with Boise State. You can have that. I'll play that.
I'm trying to see what team I play with.
How you guys liking the game though? Because I gotta be honest, like there's a little faults here and there.
Right. Listen, it ain't NCAA 14.
It's better.
I don't think so.
Better.
I don't think it is.
What's your issues with it?
I just don't think it has the same feel. I like playing Road to Glory in high school. That was me.
Okay, I'll give you that.
I like the high school gameplay that leads into college.
I'll give you that. I wish that they did have the you know how you could slow down time a little bit.
Yeah, the game time.
I wish that there was. I missed that. To be fair, I miss coin tosses.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I'll give you that. But in terms of like actual gameplay, this is 14 on steroids. I love it. Like how fast they're moving down the field.
Honestly, I still think
is amazing.
14 was just smoother. I think.
No way. Dude.
I think 14's gameplay, the ability to cut, the ability to move, is still better.
And
I think the cutting
is the best stick work I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I think that like if you like if like you can have math, like if you try to do user hit stick in NCAA, forget about it. You're missing a tackle.
Right? You gotta time that hit stick.
Yeah, you gotta time like once spin move, you're going.
One thing I do not like though, right? You used to be able to hit that hit stick as you're coming at the guy, and now like upper hit stick is okay. If you try to hit that down hit stick even a second too early, your guy's just flopping on the ground, and they gotta fix that.
All right.
And again,
I mean, what was I gonna
14
say?
Supreme.
I disagree.
What was I gonna ask?
That's nostalgia, buddy. Stop living in the past.
How do you change the, like, you know how you said you had no meter when you're throwing? How do you change the different throwing thingies? How do you
just go to the options with it? I put it back on.
But how do you? But like, I'm trying to like experiment with the different.
Just go to your control. I'll talk to you afterwards.
All right, yeah. No, like I'm trying to because like right now I think I had meter on, because like when I'm trying to throw a deep pass, it's so hard. Like you get to hold it. It's like 2K. Like you gotta hold it down and get that perfect timing, I guess.
Yeah, I had to put the meter back on because the animation without it just was taking way too slow, and I was getting hit while throwing way too many times due to the meter not being there. So I had to go back to meter.
Are y'all copying 2K when it comes out or no?
Hell no.
No, I have this year's 2K with the Kobe Bryant one. I got that for the low, but I love 2K. But until they prove to me that it's going to be worth buying for the full price, I will not be purchasing. Madden, the same way, I will not be purchasing. College football is going to get me probably the next 1.5 to 2 years before I buy another sports video game.
What about FIFA when it comes out?
Nah, bro. I got the most latest one. I don't need that. You know, I love FIFA too, but like
you got FC 24?
You're not getting me for $70 like that, bro. That's not happening. College football 25 got me for $25. They make college hoops. I'll throw 70 on that.
Yeah, they gotta make that. Yeah.
You know, it is what it is.
Yeah. All right, fellas. Man, it's been a good episode, man. It's been a long time. Like just like the episode name, long time coming, man. For real. It's been a long time
coming. The reunion.
I appreciate you having us back on. This will not be the last time, God willing.
Sure,
you know, fellas, I appreciate y'all. Cannot wait to see the different projects we got coming out. But you know, shameless plug. Massive Bad Show, all podcast platforms, YouTube. You already know what it is. Check out Ant. He got that
Take the Turn. That's the podcast, baseball centric.
Take the Turn.
Of course, JJ.
So, like the way I ended, like, do you have like any final thoughts? Any final?
Jay,
They listening to this pod. This is where we got our start. This is the GOAT, JJL.
my final thoughts is this, Jay. We truly appreciate you. We wish you the best of luck in the recent move that's coming up, you and your family. God bless y'all.
Oh yeah.
I hope the business booms. I hope you love that cold weather up there. All right. I hope the Bills aren't trash so you can enjoy some good football in person. All right.
I mean, I'll still take that flight to Baltimore, man.
You know what it is. Jay, please keep cranking out content on a timely schedule. We need
I'm trying.
the
Yeah, I'd be trying.
JJL Sports Talk, baby.
I'd be trying to
we
get
need
content
keep it a
out.
J as well.
Yeah, I need to have y'all on there. Just talk some shit. Just shoot,
You know what it is.
just shoot the
You
shit.
already know what it is.
You know.
All right, man. Yep, it's been a good episode. It's been a good time. A little bit over 2 hours. But yeah, man. Like I said at the beginning of the show, I'm the host, Jordan John Lee. Big J, got my boy Maz, Ballhead Maz, and then I got my boy Big Ant, man, Big Ant. All right, with that being said, we are out, fellas.
See you later.